Hello,
bunch
everybody.
Of little gnomes in it, and that's like in its mouth, and yeah.
Welcome
That's what I
back
want.
to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. More San Sebastian. If you joined us last night and are back again tonight, welcome. Hello.
Hello,
A
friends.
few announcements before we get started. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are some ways you can support the show. On our Beacons page, we have a link to Hero Forge where you can get minis and soon-to-be
The dice should be released later this year.
Okay.
Mhm.
A few more months,
For
maybe.
public.
Hopefully.
Dice in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or just because.
Yeah.
We also
Do goblin things. We approve.
Eat them. Become a dice tower. A very slow dice tower.
No, we don't
Eat-
eat dice. Please don't
eat them
encourage
and
my
jump up
girlfriend
and
to do
down so the
that.
dice
Says
rattle in
I
your
can
stomach.
do it right here.
I have a permit. She said,
You can't be
and then
stopped.
shows us her dice bag.
Yes. I love that.
We also-
One. But there's more.
that tracks. We also have a Redbubble for merch with the new stuff getting added a lot of the time because we keep thinking of things to put on shirts.
Yes.
Things that we want on shirts. We hope that you also want them on shirts. But if not,
They're
you
on shirts.
Or
They're on
stickers
shirts now.
or notebooks. Anything. And we have a coffee for direct donations if you just want to give us money. We won't say no to money.
Mhm.
you can donate to the Buy Lily or Boone or Precious or
I do really want to get Precious one of
Blondie
those
or
like
Captain.
moving cat toys because I think that would be hilarious.
We have a couple of them here. I could try it out while she's here.
Maybe.
She does play with the cat toys with the cat.
Yeah. Well, they're friends, so of course
They're trying to figure it out still because they don't play the same.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I'm gonna need some of those coffee donations to hire like a SWAT team to hold Gideon down so I can put his booties on because he is not having it.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
He doesn't like people touching his feet in the first place, and like trying to put these new booties on to help him with the hardwood floor. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Oh, on our beacons, you can also find links to our social media if you want to keep up with updates about the show. And grab a link to join our Discord, where it's super fun there all the time. And yeah, we share pictures of the Supreme ice cream, which is mint chip.
Mint chocolate chip, yep. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I got distracted by something and my brain just short-circuited and I was like, there's...
That's okay.
There
It
is
was
like
I
that.
got quick I got the brain cell and I just threw it back
Yeah.
to you.
It's like ping pong.
We're just spiking the brain cell back and forth. That's how it works here.
here.
If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can catch us live most weeks. So do that. Come have fun. Be a menace in chat like Nina is.
Yes.
But
Currently?
yeah.
Yes, she is currently in chat being a menace.
Hey Nina, I'll
Is
meet
she?
you at Waffle House later in the parking lot. You know why.
Halfway around the world, Jeff.
Good deal.
It will still happen.
Deal?
She still doesn't know she doesn't know what Waffle House is still.
There's a lot of
Correct.
Waffle Houses.
There are.
I mean, the
Oh.
name seems pretty self-explanatory. It's a building made entirely of waffles.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, the final letters finally fell off of the haunted Waffle House near me, so
So
God
Waffle
only
Ho?
knows what's in there now.
The ghosts won.
The
It's
ghosts of waffles past.
Like the prophecy foretold, it's raccoons.
What I'm hearing is you have to fight each other specifically in that Waffle House because it'll be interesting.
Mhm.
It's haunted.
Yes.
It's haunted and/or an alligator might show up. Or a ghost alligator.
Oh, no.
God
Fine.
only knows.
Alligator.
That's
All of the above.
That's an improvised weapon.
All right.
It's especially in
sometimes.
Florida.
I'm about to say, there is more than one court case where an alligator was used as a deadly weapon.
Of course.
That tracks. All right. That's all I got. Take us away, Crow.
Well, hello everyone. I am Mr. Crow, and I will be your evil genius for the evening. And welcome back to San Sebastian. We will be picking up after the end of the gala as we move into the team meeting and the team off, as well as just the general after party. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and go around and do some introductions. And our icebreaker for today: is there anything that most people find cute that creeps you out?
I can go. I'm Brianna. I play Glory. My answer is babies. I don't like them. Apologies in advance to everybody in this group. They creep me out and remind me of the movie Alien due to pregnancy associations.
I mean, that's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's
I
fair.
really also
My
don't
therapist
care
has a
for
field day
babies.
with all of this.
You should feel
about
the
to
belly of a
say.
pregnant woman when the baby has the hiccups. It's so fucking creepy. I was like, something's hiccuping inside you.
Ew.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
Do you want to feel the baby kicking? I would prefer not to. I'm sorry.
You can see their little hands sometimes when they.
And here, Bree, I find us diametrically opposed.
Sorry.
That's
I
fine, I
was
get
out.
it.
I appreciate that I appreciate that most people find them cute. I do not have that gene.
That's
That's
fair.
okay.
Fair.
Hmm.
I'm Maria. I play Silver Phantom. I don't like pugs.
That's
French
fair.
bulldogs. That one with the weird nose. I don't remember what they're called anymore.
Mm.
They have like the weird
It's a
triangle
few of
nose.
them.
What?
Huh?
Are you talking about a bat?
No, I'm talking about dogs with triangle nose.
Yeah, I
I
need you to
didn't-
Bull
elaborate on that
terrier.
one.
Bull
Ah,
terrier.
Bull terrier?
They're ugly.
What?
I think they're ugly.
Don't tell my dad that. That's his dog.
It's ugly.
Well, he can keep it locked up, away from
That
Maria.
is certainly
That's
a head
fair.
shake.
Look like eggs.
I'll go next. I'm Tess. I play Elytra, aka Victoria, which actually probably won't be relevant in this episode. And I don't know if Elytra has anything, but in the same vein as pugs, I will say I really don't like Arabian horses and their nose shape.
like
Especially
horses in
as they
general.
get
Looking this up.
more and more bred.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know horse could have that head shape.
Google this
It's
real
not
quick.
good.
Oh my god!
Are we all just gonna Google this?
Yep.
Why does it
fully
look
What
like
agree
the
with
that?
this.
shit? What the hell
something
happened
new
to this
today.
horse?
I
Is
don't
that
think I
AI
wanted to.
generated? Oh my god, it's not. Ugh.
I think it's more
Okay.
questionable breeding practices
Yeah.
generated. Much like
Jesus.
pugs, who have been
Yeah.
bred
Exactly.
into biological unviability.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
pretty
Poor
much
pugs.
Yeah.
the same way unhealthy Arabian breeders are. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, Charlie, is there no music or
Did
I just did not it hear
again? I'm good at my job, I swear.
It's okay.
like that.
Oh,
I
yesterday
can't look away.
I didn't notice that Twitch didn't update the title. Today it's the music. This is
You
fine.
got the ADHD too.
Oh.
Look, hey, if I'm not diagnosed, I can't have neurodivergence.
Schrodinger's
That's how it works.
neurodivergence.
Exactly. That's why you just live life undiagnosed.
That reminds me, I need to bug my psychiatrist about getting myself diagnosed. Or at least figuring out if I should have a diagnosis. Anyway,
It's kind of
Charlie?
comes down to whether or not you think the medication would help you.
Yeah. I also just kind of want to know, you know?
She might asked if I wanted medication. I'm like, no, why? She's like, just checking. Blondie.
Well, I'm Charlie. I play Thoth, our lovable hentai boy.
That's a diagnosis of some sort. Hentai boy. It's gotta be.
I don't know what. I don't know
mean,
what
Meow?
he would find creepy that other people find cute.
Oh,
I also don't
Lord.
know for me because, like, I mean, I'm also not a fan of babies, but I don't find them creepy. I just don't like them.
I mean, I feel like the
Creepy might
default
be the
answer-
wrong word, but
I feel like the default answer here might just be Furbies. Because, like, obviously there's a market for Furbies out there. They're extremely successful.
Well,
Yeah,
But,
I don't
like,
even
creepy.
think Furbies are that creepy.
I'd rather have a room full of Furbies than a baby.
I would rather have
Well, Furbies don't
a
throw
room
up.
That's a
full
line.
of Furbies than like even like a human doll. Like I hate American Girl dolls too.
yeah,
Like those
no.
freak me out.
I had a few of those.
I did too. My grandma
I have
bought
one.
me the
Did you
Kristen.
also have to pack yours up and put them in the closet because they were trying to stare at you while you're
Yes,
sleeping?
no, they could not be in my
No, I
room.
just
I
kept
had,
them
like,
Fucking creepy.
Basically like a casket for mine. Like
Yes!
my mom's boyfriend made me a really nice wooden box that fit her and like all of my things for her. It is really nice, but it's basically a casket. Because like I didn't want anything to happen to her because she's fucking expensive.
Guppy,
So I'd put her
Guppy,
away
if you're
in there.
listening, pull that out of storage, tie a string to it, and have it rise from the dead.
He doesn't know where it is. He
That's
also
a Halloween. That's a Halloween.
he's upstairs watching something. I might be upstairs. Blondie, what are you doing over there?
I guess.
So-
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like the hairless cats, but even then, I don't know. I don't know if they're really that creepy.
If you woke up with one in your face at like 3 a.m., I think you'd be creeped out.
Probably. Because
And they
I
will do
wouldn't
that.
expect one of those in my house.
I mean, it's basically
It's
like
a surprising way to wake up.
Yeah.
it's basically a chicken with three
Yeah.
legs. So like,
Oh, man.
thank you.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll have like an epiphany in the middle of our game and be like, okay, here's my answer.
All right. And that leaves us with.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and I will be playing HK, Heavenly Katana, aka Mia. And Mia finds dogs creepy, just in general. And even like the really cute ones, even Precious. Sorry. It is what it is.
Precious would still try and be friends with her.
She wouldn't want to be, she would be so fast running away from Precious.
Oh, that would be a great game for Precious.
Yes, it would.
Get all the
It's
energy
chased
out.
up a tree like a cat.
And for Jenna, I'm gonna go with I also find dolls really creepy, like especially as a kid. Like I was just like, no, why did you get me all these fucking dolls? They get lined up in my room and they all just stare at me in a fucking line, like creepy. Creeper dolls. I don't find angst creepy, but I get annoyed by angst. I guess some people think like angst, like characters that angst over each other is cute. Like, it can be creepy.
All right. Well, as we move through the side of things, we come to the later hours on the day of the 6th. That's right. Yes. the 6th. We will add one team.
One team.
We'll
That's
have
good.
one team.
I forgot that we used up all of the team last time.
At least we're using it.
Group.
Yep.
We're in JJ where we had to like lose a bunch of it because we like forgot it existed.
We
every
had
time.
like 30 at some point.
Oh boy.
Well, you know,
Team goes away faster here, so use it while you got it.
we're
But-
gonna yeah.
You all had basically scattered for a little while to get ready for the after party, because for the after party you don't necessarily need to show up in super fancy dress, and it's probably not recommended if you're participating in the team off. Especially since some folks need certain costumes for their powers to not leave them, you know, naked.
A real fight without clothes.
I'm well aware Glory will fight without clothes. I'm chalking that up to the Greek god genetics.
I
Hey,
mean,
she got nothing to hide.
I'll be fully honest. If Elytra just had a mask, Elytra would fight too. So
Traditional Greek wrestling.
But I would ask all of you if there's any scene you want to do as you're getting changed for the after party, or do we just want to pick up with the team meeting?
I don't have anything until team
I
meeting.
don't think I really have anything until the team meeting.
All right.
I think that HK is gonna go pick up a bottle of absinthe for the after party.
Fair.
I'll probably grab another energy drink
Color
on
of
the
the
way.
night is green.
You don't need another energy drink. You had blue. We should not give you uppers on blue.
I'm not
God.
going
No
to,
uppers, only downers.
I'm not going to drink it right away. I'm just gonna have it in case.
In
You take
case
the
of
sober
what?
and then you immediately
In
take the
case.
energy
In
drink.
Well,
case.
immediate crash after the blue is purged
Yeah.
from the system.
The come down of the blue is crazy.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
I think not a scene, but Glory is going to flag the what was the thing the commission was setting up?
the trust.
The trust.
Yeah, she's gonna flag the trust for any news updates so she gets those going forward because that's sketchy.
Yeah, no. That's fair. That's probably also on Elytra's phone as flagged for news updates.
All right. Well, since you all are going to Giant's Monolith, I think it would probably make sense if y'all met at some location in the Bayfront area.
Yeah, not having the team meeting at the monolith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably recommended. But I would ask, whereabouts in the Bayfront do you want to meet? I can recommend a couple places if you would like me to.
I think that would be helpful because the only places I know are the hot dog stand and Joey's, and I'm not going to volunteer either of those.
You can meet at the batting cages, you know that.
I feel like that's his personal space.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
that's
where he
intruding.
takes his not dates.
One of my personal public spaces.
Well, my first thought would maybe be the entrance to Paradise Beach. That's a pretty well-known landmark in the Bayfront. It's a big archway.
Could, Sit down on the beach, do a
shells
driftwood
and whatnot.
bonfire.
Mhm.
Something like that. You could meet somewhere on Silverfin Bridge. That gave his life to save the city. There's a huge statue of him built into the side of it. And there's some lookout points that could serve as good meeting spots there. Or if you're looking for something more low-key, there is Old Salty's Chips, a fry stand that has been there as long as people can remember, and has been owned and operated by one man for as long as anyone can remember, who seems perpetually old and scruffy. No one really asks questions because the fries are really good.
Larry's vote's probably the beach. Time of night
It's
where
likely
there's
for there to be tech.
fewer people out there.
Alright. Now, since Elytra and HK were auctioning off their outfits, Thoth, SP, and Glory are probably the first to arrive here.
Mhm.
And in somewhat of a fitting way, you actually have a pretty good view of the monolith from here. There's a long boardwalk that extends out into the sea some distance away that leads up to the monolith, which is placed in the water and grounded underneath the sand.
How far from shore is it?
Not too terribly far. Technically speaking, you could swim to it, but there is a swimming cordon around it. You're not actually allowed to do that.
Fair enough.
Good.
Whereas like Cane Island's in like dead center. of the
Yeah,
bay.
Cane Island is dead center of the bay, and unless you're really good at swimming, you're not making it all the way out there.
Kay can make it out there.
Probably get shot if you tried to swim to it.
Also probably true.
Could she run so fast she runs on the water?
I don't know.
Haven't tried that yet.
We'd have to.
That's
We'd
a
have to
future
ask.
thing, you know?
That would probably be an unleash your powers thing.
Yeah.
Probably open my
Might
notes.
take some practice too. Look at
But-
some videos of those lizards that do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But this late at night, the Paradise Beach is pretty well abandoned, and it's easy enough for the three of you to find a fire pit with some large driftwood logs placed around it. There's plenty of detritus on the beach, despite the numerous no littering signs, including around the fire pit, but the three of you have a moment before Elytra and HK show up, if the three of you want to talk about anything, but soon enough Elytra and HK will show up as well.
Gloria uses a stick to knock the trash out of the area. Assuming there's not a trash can nearby.
Near a fire pit like this, yeah, there would actually be a trash can nearby. Not that
Oh,
half
so
the
people are
have
just
used
extra
the-
lazy.
Yeah, not that half the people who've used the fire pit have bothered to put it in there.
Okay, Gloria's gonna knock all the trash onto a light construct sheet and then just tip it into the trash can because she doesn't want to deal with that.
Fair enough. You probably find some glass bottles as you're doing that are like broken in the sand, and you're like, oh, that's not good.
Ugh. Then she'll just take a seat by the fire.
Yeah.
If neither of the boys brought a lighter, she did.
I don't think SP would have a lighter.
I don't think I'd have one either.
Now, as the
Why do
five
you
of
have
you
a lighter, Glory?
Power goes out. Light candles.
As the five of you convene, I would quickly ask, what are each of you dressed in? Like, are you putting on your costumes? Are you dressing in a more casual party fit? What's the vibe?
Is there a dress code for the party?
Don't show up naked.
All right.
Unfortunately, we
clothes.
all show up naked. But
Denied
SP's
admission.
still wearing his mask, and Tho still has those like thing. And Glory's got her mask. That's it. I
Naked,
guess
technically.
Victoria might have her helmet on. I don't know. You have a helmet, right? That's how it works.
Gloria's probably wearing her costume.
Yeah.
I'm probably in costume, yeah.
HK's
SP's probably
actually
wearing
in
his
a
with like a hoodie over it because it's
hot
cold out.
pink.
Fair enough.
No, she's got a black crop top hoodie and pink leggings on, and glitter sneakers.
Just magical girl under her costume, so it doesn't matter what she wears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
void keeps her costume safe.
I don't think Thoth is wearing the Under Armour that Elytra made, but does have the rest of his costume on.
So his leather jacket and dirty bandana.
Leather jacket, dirty bandana, ripped jeans, scuffy sneakers.
Fair enough.
And you all are around the fire pit on Paradise Beach. All yours.
I don't know if we have a particular order of business. Thoth and I worked things out. No longer an issue.
I did want to say I'm sorry to the rest of you. Since I said something very insensitive in our group chat, and I feel like I damaged our collective trust a bit. So in the future, I will try to... I'm gonna work on not responding so quickly in emotionally tense situations and give myself time to think and process what's being said.
Given the inciting event, we talked a bit, and probably would be a good idea to, and this one is my fault, refrain from dropping sensitive information in the group chat without having a team meeting. Sorry.
And my apologies for kicking that all off with the brother nature thing and starting the dropping
I don't
information.
think you could have foreseen that going in that direction, but maybe a team meeting next time.
Yeah, I also have to apologize for dropping the information that I told my mom and things, and I was panicking. I'm sorry. You know. Shh. You know. She was cornering me. It gets a little scary. But I will try not to respond as quickly to her, and or talk to you guys first about that stuff before that gets dropped.
Is that why your dad did weird things to our costumes? Like, was he there for that whole thing?
He was like in the background, but I was unaware that he was.
Because mine, like,
Fine.
bloomed a flower whenever I was near Glory.
Oh. Weird. He's a
It's just, it
joker.
was a little. Whether or not you were trying to get your mom off your back, I'd prefer you not just share personal information, assumed or otherwise.
Fair enough.
Which, also, HK and I are sorry about talking about Thoth and Kane, and I think one of Golden Girl's friends heard us.
To be fair, we
What?
were I was trying to
We
explain
were
why
dancing,
it's
and
not,
I didn't know
they're not
that she
together,
was
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Well, I thought that maybe that's why Kane's dad was a dick, but
I think it's just
apparently
how he
he's just a
is.
dick.
No, there was like, remember well, I mean, you were looking over my shoulder when I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at the gossip tag, so that was published like days ago.
There might have been an accelerating effect.
Yeah.
You know how the rumor mill is around here.
Yeah, right.
I
There
think
might
just
be
start our
a
own
couple
rumors.
rumors coming out in light of everything that just occurred tonight.
Speaking of, can somebody ask Tabs to get me a new phone, please? Mine's
Yup.
broken. And I think I need to start a social media before there's a million fake SP pages.
You should probably, get yours trademarked.
Yeah.
The real SP.
Other thing of note, we should probably be aware of some organization called the Trust. They seem kind of sketchy. They
Oh yeah, that thing that Freedom Wing
Anybody
doing.
who names themselves Trust probably deserves
We
nothing.
did talk about
no,
it
that wasn't
briefly at
Freedom Wing. That
Yeah,
was
I thought he was like tangibly involved because the cops are involved, isn't it?
no, that was a different dude.
No.
I
Do you
don't
remember
remember.
who it was?
Yeah.
Somewhere. I have it written down somewhere.
Hard line.
Thank
Hard
you.
line. Is that not the same person as Freedom Wing?
Nope.
No.
Very much not.
It seemed very, very interested in the potential of my abilities for
Oh yeah, that guy.
espionage type
Creepy.
situations.
Yeah, the one guy, the ponytail guy.
Yeah, the ponytail guy.
Ew.
Glory's withholding that I don't think Elytra actually described him. Did she?
Elytra did say Judge Griffith when she told you guys.
Okay, yeah. Glory's withholding that commentary.
Wow.
She kind of like side eyes SP for a second.
SP dissociates for a minute and hears music in his head.
Everybody wants kung fu.
Get approached by Judge Griffith. I can't control anything with more than 6 legs, and I can't hear through my bugs without severe interference.
I would just
That's what you told him.
personal suggestion:
Yes.
avoid
Okay.
talking to him altogether.
I mean, that's the plan, but I also blatantly lied to him, so.
Good.
I mean, he was being nosy, so.
And I don't have any kind of tech whatsoever.
Did you tell him that, or did you just not mention it?
I said nothing about tech.
The smarter approach. Should keep an eye on that, though. Hero and
Yeah.
police collaborations historically have not turned out very well for the city.
I'm monitoring it. Which also probably means Tabs is monitoring it, so. Thank you for all of you did with the Brother Nature situation.
Yeah, what was up with that?
At,
The druids are kind of douchebags.
yeah, as
yours
a
are
as a
dicks.
forewarning, we did get a little bit dressed down by Lady Lavender for
Oh.
invoking a dead woman.
Well,
Oh, so fair enough, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
just we were told to avoid doing
That again.
that again in the future, just out of respect.
fair.
Which is a valid point. We worked with what we had, though.
Again, a
Seems
panic
like
moment.
made it work, though.
You were
Good job,
clutch.
both. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I don't know if I can do that again.
Speaking of which,
Maybe
did
give
we
it a week.
did we get a detox for those?
Yeah. Yes.
Gigi's gonna.
Gigi's got some.
Wait, do I have both my eyebrows?
some programmed?
Physically, yes. Visibly,
No.
No.
There's a
Emotionally?
Are
fire.
they both gone?
You're not sure.
Emotionally.
Emotionally not here.
Yeah.
Though, as you bring it up, anyone who's listening will hear a faint whirring noise as coming across the beach is that little servitor robot.
How the fuck did she know?
You're in plain sight of Giant's monolith,
Okay, fair.
assuming if they looked out the window. And on top of the little robot's head is a can labeled Sober Up.
Oh look, this is for you.
Speak of the devil, and she shall send a robot.
Okay.
Do you want your eyebrows back?
I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have gone missing, but is this safe to drink?
Above the table.
Was
This
the
is not a
blue?
golden gal concoction. This is like an actual thing that exists on the
Well,
market.
It's the blue.
Yeah, this is a known product. It's a
Yes.
very expensive product, which means that I think out of all of you, only SP and HK probably would have had the opportunity at some point in their lives to even encounter Sober Up directly. And even then, I don't see HK's family as being that gauche. And SP, I don't know how much you were into partying before becoming a hero.
Like 50-50.
Dutch might have some.
Dutch could not afford this.
Ooh.
But reading the can reveals that it is a liquid suspension colony of nanobots that are designed to target foreign alcohol molecules and expel them from the body as discreetly as possible.
She reprogrammed the nanos to expel the blue.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about how much that thing cost.
A lot.
I'm
I
holding
probably
it out
owe
with two
her a
fingers.
few favors. I'm not gonna lie
Damn.
for that.
Okay.
Though this is perhaps the most expensive object you have ever held in your life.
Well, I had a sapphire on my neck that I didn't realize was a sapphire earlier.
Yes.
I guess that's true.
And HK has said nothing about it.
No one has. Are we?
Nope.
Are we sure this is good?
Yes.
You want your eyebrows back?
They'll come back.
You should have those
eventually.
for the team off, okay?
Yeah.
I would note, as Thoth is saying this, his nose is slowly
Yeah,
growing
you
out
take
of his face.
Well,
the trick.
You need
Risk
the trick.
assessment. You can. It'll probably improve your performance in the team off. And on the flip side, if she's reprogrammed it, I don't know if we could actually get any use out of it, aside from this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll open it and.
You want a privacy screen? Just in case that expelling is something questionable.
Too late.
That's
I'm
a
drinking it.
valid point.
right. Fair enough.
Alright. Well, first and foremost, Thoth, the first thing that hits you is the taste of it. It is like drinking liquid metal. This stuff tastes awful. It also has like a weird grainy texture to it, which just like does not
Ugh.
help with the sensory experience. But you get it down. You gotta wait. Nothing seems to happen at first.
I think it's.
Roll to take a powerful blow.
I start to say, I don't think it's working.
Oh no.
Never mind, I feel
no.
it.
It's
Alright.
working.
I have one condition marked. Hopefully, I gotta roll low. Alrighty.
Hmm?
Oh nope. That's a 9.
Okay, well, let me describe to you what happens as you feel the sensation of the blue leaving your system. And you crash
That's what I
hard.
figured.
Energy drink was probably a good idea then.
Yep.
Your
I
metabolism's gonna be fucked for a while.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing I'm sitting down right now.
Even that, you probably like end up just like tipping back over the
So,
log and just like thump.
If you start to fall over, Glory, like, there's just a construct
A
catches
barrier.
you. So you
Yeah, I
have
was
to
gonna
smack
say,
it
I
back.
feel a move to grab him, but there's already a barrier.
If he's in position, she'll just let it go if he wants to support him instead.
It's fine.
You don't need to choose any option here. Side note,
Okay,
it's fine.
that's what I was gonna ask.
It's just like,
Okay.
as you are now very familiar with the sensation of losing the enthusiasm of an energy drink.
Ooh,
That's
not good.
neutralized all the caffeine in my system.
Oh.
Well, good thing you got an energy drink.
Wow, I'm tired.
On the
Conversely,
bright side,
we-
your nose and eyebrows appear to be normal.
Yeah.
They do.
I'm possibly the only person here who would actually say this, but we can also just call it for the night if you're not feeling it.
I mean, I do kind of want to see what the inside of Giant's Monolith looks like.
I mean, we can go.
We don't have to do the team
and-
off.
Yeah, we don't have to participate.
You just
We
go
can
hang
just
out.
doing, maybe?
make. Yeah, we can show face and just show up, and we don't have to do anything.
Worst comes to worst, we colonize a couch.
And raid their liquor cabinet.
They probably have a really nice couch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
be raiding the liquor cabinet for sure.
Yeah.
Don't get caught. Please don't get caught.
No, I'm gonna tell them I'm doing it. I'm a professional bartender. I'll just start mixing drinks for people.
The good stuff is behind the
Oh,
trophy
fair point.
case.
Blondie, what?
I'll just offer to mix drinks for
Yeah.
people for a while, and they'll let me
Oh,
do the thing. I'm a professional.
And they probably got a bar up there or something.
Yeah, they might have
Yeah.
a bartender already. So
Challenge the bartender to a bartender off.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm really good at those.
Like to
get your
Just
head out of the
disclaimer that
Cheeto
was-
bag. Sorry,
She
I'm
craves
fighting for
them.
my life.
Issue a disclaimer that was not a serious suggestion. Please don't fight a bartender.
Oh,
Do
I'm
it.
not gonna fight them. I was
Just
gonna
have a
like,
bartend off.
yeah,
All right.
like who can mix drinks the most
Fastest?
accurately and fastest?
Who can make the
You
best tasting drink?
probably have a
the
Schumann
most
on
style?
fastest.
Yeah, they might
Yeah,
not.
you
wanna
gotta have
compete with me in
sass.
fastest.
You could say with style and then make your style real fast.
Yes.
She
Hi,
looks
Blondie.
like she's mad.
She's purring so loudly
Oh
though.
my god.
She wants those
Aw.
Cheetos. She's
Aw.
upset. She's cute.
I used
She's
to hold her
adorable.
like this when I ate in my apartment because she would try and get on the table and eat
Ah.
my food. So the solution was to just hold her like an unruly toddler so I could eat in peace.
Mm-hmm.
So she's quite used to it.
From what I
love that,
understand,
Your
like
Honor.
90% of cats are unruly toddlers.
Basically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you don't get the Cheetos.
So, energy drink, or you want to just swing it?
You can get coffee on the way there too.
I mean, I have one. I think I should probably give it a couple minutes before ingesting
Yeah, it's
anything.
level out a little, maybe.
Do you want some water?
Yeah, this taste is not good.
HK will
That's
just
gonna be in the back of my
reach
throat
back.
for a
I
while.
don't think she carries a purse. I think she's got one of those little mini backpacks.
Yeah,
her
that
back?
tracks.
Yeah, that's totally an HK
Full
thing
of snacks
to do.
and water.
Yeah, it's got snacks and water. And she'll
Tracks.
offer a power bar and a water to Thoth. And if anybody else wants one, they can have them.
Probably. It might be a long night.
I'll take the power bar, but I'm definitely gonna stick that in my pocket and not eat it right away. I'm
Mhm.
That's fine.
going for
You
that one.
probably need more protein. She's just like, you need to eat, sir.
I had a
I
big
don't know.
meal at the gala.
I know, but like, yeah. Now you got nanobots in your digestive system, and who knows what that
I think
does.
they might be in my
Blondie.
bloodstream.
I don't know how they work.
If I walk through a metal detector, am I gonna set it off?
Yes.
Probably.
If you check the can, it does have a warning label about metal detectors.
Okay. Maybe I should just keep this on me for right now. I don't know if
Yeah,
they have metal
I'd-
detectors the monolith.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad we had this team meeting. Is there anything else anybody else needs to bring up?
Yeah, I think in the interest of safety, should probably admit to everybody that I am actually related to Silver Spectre. So that's true. The music starts going off in his head again.
Gloria is sitting next to him. She will bump his shoulder with hers. Just attempt a reassurance.
Elytra, I think, knew this, so
Am I the only one that has a decent father?
I was gonna say, is it insensitive of me to be like, that's a shitty relation?
Thoth already knew.
Your dad is kind of a jerk. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Bit of an understatement.
Yeah, he threw a knife at me like a couple months ago. A bunch of knives.
That was a
I
lot of
know.
knives.
I was there. Well, no, wait.
She
what?
wasn't there for that part. She left.
He throws knives at people all the time. He did it to somebody else when we were at that one Martian kitchen, right?
Yeah, that was me.
What?
Why do you think
Whoa.
I called Glory?
What?
Well, I was in civilian mode. I can't go running around punching super villains in civilian mode, especially not when they can like pick you up like a little. Can you not, ma'am?
Cheetos again.
Just like that?
She's chewing on the edge of the bag now. Oh my God. Especially when they can just pick you up like a little rag doll.
Air jail.
She's like, no.
You're going into air jail. Come on.
Being named great croaks.
Little squawk.
No, I'm not giving you a Cheeto.
She's so mad that you won't give her a Cheeto.
She might bite
like,
me, actually.
Ooh.
No, you're not gonna bite me? Okay. I thought we had a good thing going, but no.
Can't have nice things.
How did Elytra know?
I think Tabs kind of hinted at it. Well, no, Tabs had just said keep an eye on Silver Phantom because he might be in trouble. So it just made more sense.
Oh, well, Tabs knows
are
everything.
you on good to your dad threw knives at you knowing that was you?
Yeah.
I
Actively
wasn't-
adversarial is the term I would use.
Dad's
To
an
describe
ass.
To describe our
with your
relationship?
dad?
So I see
Yeah.
what you picked in your playbook.
Don't tell
Yeah.
my dad that, because he'll be like, I'm gonna adopt you now, and we're gonna have the Father Sunday that you always deserved. And
I just assumed Skater Boy had already adopted most of us at this point.
Yeah, did he not adopt us?
I mean, he'd like to, I'm pretty sure.
That's a legal process, I believe.
Yeah.
You're also
Yeah.
all legally adults, so
He doesn't
know
you
my
can't
identity.
legally adopt. No, I know, but like yeah.
He's mentally adopted all of us.
I mean,
That's right.
kinda. He lets us hang out in the basement and like
He made us gala
eats
costumes.
your weird pizzas.
But,
So,
I
like
mean,
That was
that's
very nice of him.
yeah.
Eating the weird
Made his
pizzas or making the gala
costumes.
costumes?
He's
okay.
pretty
costumes.
chill
I mean,
though, so like he's
Black
not gonna
Butterfly
like.
kind of like push that though.
Did she push the costumes?
Did she?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Oh,
eat
she
the
didn't.
pizzas. I don't think she likes us.
Oh no, she likes you. She,
She
wouldn't
likes
bother
us?
you otherwise. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's how
Alright.
you know if she likes you. She just
I
ignores
guess.
you if she doesn't like you.
Fair.
That is fair.
I mean, like, she does it out of love. She just wants what's best for you. HK just like
Sounds like some people I know.
Yeah, no, that tracks for her. That really tracks for her.
So why are you so confused?
It's I'm tired.
Okay.
You should
Um,
shotgun that energy drink.
She does
Don't
like
do
you
that.
though. That's
Please don't.
She
Don't
wouldn't let you in the basement if she didn't like you. Or she'd like corner you every time you came over and like
So, and your grandma doesn't like us?
no, that's just how she shows her love. They're quite opposite that way.
Okay.
Can you? I need like a cheat sheet.
You want a chart?
I need a chart, please.
I
Of the
can-
love languages of each person in my family.
I will sit down with HK and we will make a chart for the love languages.
Yeah.
It will be color coded.
Oh, you should also know that I don't know if this means she likes you more or less, Glory, but the rest of you all have nicknames and
That's
Glory,
kind
you
of
don't.
cool. Is
Well,
that cool?
What kind of nickname?
Yeah.
She doesn't strike me as a nicknamer.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Thothis Hoodlum.
What the fuck?
He looks like a hoodlum. It fits.
He's like, what? And Silver Phantom's Thug.
Why am I a thug?
And
We should get
Electra's
matching
Bug
black
Girl.
hoodies.
We could get
I
matching
don't
black
know.
hoodies.
Yeah.
You should. You
Yes.
should actually get.
Oh my god, we
Dad,
can
so-
go to
You
one
should
of
get
those.
Dad to paint them on there, like with a.
I was
in,
gonna say
like,
we can
graffiti,
go to one of those
hoodlum and
airbrush
thug.
places, and we can get the
Mhm.
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
script on the front of the hoodies.
Just
that
ask
say
my
Yeah.
dad.
hoodlum
He'll
and
think
thug.
that's fucking hilarious.
God.
He'll think it's fucking hilarious and do it just for the bit. But you're just Glory. So I don't know what that means.
I think that might mean that she's the favorite. She's bothered
I'm
to learn
hard to
Glory's
nickname
name.
without it being an outright insult, I think.
She's learned your name, and she doesn't have to refer to you in the nickname that she's just deemed fitting.
Fair enough.
Which
Which
she's
is
known
impressive.
Elytra for a
A
while.
long
and she
time.
still Bug
She
Girl.
has known.
It could also mean I'm the unfavorite on that grounds.
She hasn't cornered you yet. Which actually could mean she likes or hates you. Depends, right? Like, but you'll
Would
know
it be
if she
Until
thinks you're a
she
threat.
decides to make it a me
Confusing.
problem, I'm not going to bother with it.
I don't think that she will.
Where does respect fall on the spectrum of like and hate
Oh.
for her?
That's a complicated question.
I
to
think we might
ask
need to
me
do some
about my
respect-worthy
mother.
things first.
Yeah.
That's a heavy
Or
question.
more respect-worthy things.
Also, you're younger than her, so she's gonna meddle anyways. I mean, she's gonna stress and bother you about stuff. That's how she is. She might just have run out of nicknames for Glory. I don't know.
I'm not especially bothered either way.
Okay, good. I mean, in the context, it was. She was like, "Which one of your teammates are you dating?" And I was like, "Ah!"
Why would she think that though? Because your sister's dating one of her teammates?
Yeah, no. So I was just like, well, the coven spends a lot of time together, and like whatever, they're doing stuff, and like sometimes that leads to close relationships. And she just started cornering me, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it does strike me as a sort of woman who doesn't take "I'm not telling you" for an answer. That said,
Especially for
my
me,
response
I
to
don't
it,
know.
I'm
I
not
think
telling you.
she might be a little less invasive with you guys. Probably not Electra though. You're getting cornered and having questions, getting interrogated. That is one of the ways she shows her love. That's her way of
That's
saying she's
terrifying.
worried about you.
Okay.
Good to know.
Sorry, she's a lot. She's intense. Grandma's intense too, just in a completely opposite way. It's like tense chaos.
Your family is certainly something else.
They are, but they like you. They let you guys come over whenever you want. So,
And I do appreciate that.
yeah. They don't let the coven practice magic in the house. So, but to be fair, that's
I mean,
When you're still learning, I feel like that's probably a good
that's
idea.
valid.
Yeah.
Limit
Magic
property
has a lot
damage.
of things that can go wrong.
Takes a lot of training.
Yeah.
I feel like once magic gets in the walls, it's hard to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
We did learn
Live
that.
in Tarot Town.
Yeah.
Yes. Also true.
Pretty sure the last person who owned my apartment was up to some weird shit.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Was there a pentagram under the rug?
are your walls haunted?
No, I checked. Maybe. Unclear.
Okay.
Delphi kind of scares away most shit that would haunt.
I'd believe it.
No.
Oh, since disclosure is the name of the game. I went looking for you and did not realize that your associated people do not know what you do on the side. So showed up looking for Elytra. When they said didn't know who that was, I did not elaborate. Sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many problems for you.
We'll see. Mainly it's my apparently brother nature has known forever now. So
He's on the ultras
yeah.
with
My
tabs.
sister does not know. So that's the main one.
Oh, that's gonna-
Delphi's up in the air still. My sister likes to play guessing games as to which hero I am.
Oh,
She
she
knows you're
knows
a
that
hero.
you do it. She doesn't.
Well,
just...
she doesn't believe me when I say don't do it. Let's go with that.
It's your story and you're sticking to it.
Yes.
That whole secret identity thing seems like a real complication. But then again, the whole media thing all the time in my life is a complication too. So I guess it's a trade-off.
It can also be dangerous for people to know who your family is.
Yeah.
Especially if your family doesn't have powers.
That's valid.
And I feel like I really don't want Elytra associated with the Carlisle name right now. In light of a lot of...
I mean, your sister already kind of has the Ultra connection, so...
No, not that reason.
Yeah, the other one.
Well, no.
The other one that hasn't
Yeah,
been
I
made
know,
public.
but I'm also saying, like,
Yeah.
that would be kind of two targets on her back versus one. and then we have the old other can of worms.
So do you have the same mask as your dad to just like? Are you just like
You're just
Yeah,
pissing
pissing
him
him
off.
off all the time?
And then I guess Dino Boy did have a point that it is kind of jarring. So that's why I've switched to the half thing. But like if I need to whoop, and then he just pulls up the whole hood.
Oops.
I mean,
So,
it
like,
might
if I
catch
need to, I
somebody
can.
off guard too,
Whoop.
if they don't know who you are. And
I mean, it still kind of has the. You still got the
Still kinda
distinctive part of the
jarring,
mask.
yeah.
It's. I guess we can check with DB, see what he thinks. But
He probably hates it.
I don't know if there's gonna be any appeasing for that guy
yeah, that's fair.
with your costume.
I mean,
Yeah.
he has very valid reasons.
Yeah.
but
I'm not the
So?
only one who didn't know. Vindication.
I don't know. I've
I don't
also
know,
got
somebody-
reasons to hate your dad, but I think you're pretty cool.
Gigi probably mentioned it when she was chattering about everything. But sometimes I just dissociate while she's talking about.
I mean, that's
Thanks.
I
fair.
think you're also pretty cool.
What?
Do you say that to HK then?
No, to Glory.
I was like, what?
Reeling for a second. He's like, wait, no, I need to respond.
Like, wait, huh?
Where
And
it's-
HK is just
Meanwhile,
like,
HK
what's
is like, la 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 la, talk about that.
That tracks.
Thoth is firing on like 50% of his cylinders right now.
You are the brain cell. You can't do that to us.
Me?
Mhm.
What?
Just to confirm, Thoth, are you drinking that energy drink?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm sitting on this log, trying to stay vertical.
Fair.
The light shield is still there in case you fall.
So, do we not want to team off? I mean, it's fine if we don't.
I think
Why
we can play
don't
it by
we go
ear.
and see? Yeah, play it
let's
by
check
ear.
the
Seems like a
vibe.
good way to do it.
Vibe. I'm with doing things on the vibe. So we don't drop bombs in the group chat anymore. I'm just trying to sum up the boundaries here.
Yes,
No more dropping bombs in the group chat unless we have no choice. Like it's
Unless
quick
it's
information that we
a
need to
time
get to people.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it's not time
if
sensitive,
it can wait, it should wait. Basically,
if it's not
Okay.
time
Or when we
sensitive,
can
just
talk.
toss in the emergency meeting gif.
Okay.
You have an emergency meeting gift?
There is now an emergency meeting gift. Tabs
Tabs
just
has
designed
just
it.
created it.
I'm just talking about the Among Us
Among Us one, yeah.
red button emergency
Oh, I
meeting.
love it.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Okay. All right.
But Tabs can
And
also join
then,
this one.
maybe don't tell my mom things or come up with different lies that don't have to do. With, I don't know. I don't think this one will come up again, but
Do you
maybe
think
she'll
you
like you guys
convinced her?
enough to corner you about your own business, and then I don't have to deal with it.
I mean, she can't be as bad as Adolphus Kane, so
Do we have to worry about that, by the
No,
way?
she's not.
Oh, I meant Adolphus.
Oh no, yeah.
Your mom's.
Your mom's at least coming from a good place.
Yeah.
Adolphus sounds just like a
She's
complete.
probably
Sounds
not
like a
gonna hurt
douchebag.
you. Yeah.
Do we have to do something about that?
I don't
I don't
think
think
we
so right
can
now.
do anything
I
about
think-
that.
I mean, I kind of pissed him off, so we'll just wait and see.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
by
sure
ear,
everything's probably
maybe.
gonna fizzle out anyway, so.
Talking to Kane, I think, would just piss him off.
What do you
Being
mean it's
in the
gonna
same
fizzle out?
room as
What does
this
that
kid.
mean?
I mean, all like the rumors and gossip will probably die out in a few weeks. So,
We'll see.
Let's see.
Are you not planning to hang out with him again? Or
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's kind of up to him at this point. 'Cause
okay.
he seems like
One way
he's
or
between a
another.
rock and a hard place with his dad, so.
Yeah, fuck his dad.
I
Anyways,
do feel like his dad doesn't want him to have friends, or at least friends he doesn't approve of.
His dad's
I-
a little controlling
probably
and
the
kind of a
latter.
douche.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's a
Well-
prison warden. Quite literally.
Yeah.
He's a very wealthy prison warden,
A cab.
so.
He's the owner of the
I think
prison
he-
industrial
He
complex.
only wants Kane to be friends with people of certain financial standing.
Do you want to
That's
test
so
that?
boring,
Do you want to
though.
test that theory?
How?
Lucifer's being friends with HK. Financial
Yeah.
status.
I think the
Loose.
financial status we're talking about is beyond the means of anyone here. She says specifically thinking that SV might be an exception, but she's not going to mention that. Unclear.
That would involve making a lot more public connection than
Well, we're
HP
well
wants.
He
off.
does
We're
not
just-
know your actual family status other than
Judge.
you live in Hickory Heights at one point and your dad
Yeah.
is some sort of big shot judge.
We're
Also that he steals a bunch of money to fund your lifestyle or something. She's not saying any of this. This is all theater.
well, HK knows that too now, but no, but I mean, we're probably within the financial stat. We just aren't as showy about it or involved with like the.
Sometimes with rich people, the showiness is what counts. Too
Mhm.
showy and you're new rich. You've got to do like the subtle showy to count, probably.
I guess we're not. Well, we are old money, but it's
I
complicated.
feel like
Not.
he'd
Glory just
probably-
points across the bay at Cane Island, where the Canes also fucking live.
Yeah.
It's like
I feel
that
like
kind of money and showiness.
he would probably expect some sort of presentation, which I don't know if he would. If Skater Boy would fit that ideal.
No.
So.
Mm-mm. And my dad is new money. It's my mom's side that has old money, but that's in yen, not in dollars, so that's different.
Consider
I
also, he seems to have made up his mind that he doesn't like Thoth, so I'm not sure much will change it.
No, I was just saying, like,
I mean, be careful, but I think you should still do what you want to do. Just, be careful.
I mean, I think whatever happens, it's kind of up to Kane at this point. So
That's fair. You can get a feel for the vibe with Kane tonight. If he associates with you at all tonight, that probably means
He did dance with you.
interested in
Did dance with you.
continuing a friendship even in spite of his father. I mean, we're on not Ultras. We're on Young Giants turf at that point. He's setting his own
I think
rules.
he's overdue for a good rebellion against his father, if we're being real. Not that you're a rebellion, I'm just saying that you represent a different way of living than he's used to.
For what it's worth, the act of heroing is a fairly big rebellion for him.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true. His dad seems to respect Savannah.
I think it's hard to not respect Savannah, given the whole.
That's so true.
Savannah.
It's got a weird energy.
It's very stoic.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm gonna make it my personal mission to make him laugh at some point.
Good luck.
I would
As
like
a
to see him
reminder,
crack
you
a
do-
smile.
As a reminder, HK, you do currently have a bet this evening with Golden Gal about getting him drunk.
Yep.
Why? What do you think the absinthe is for?
Any other matters of business before we head over?
I think I have any.
Since it did kick things off, if anyone has questions about the dying thing, now's the time.
I would like to talk to you later about it.
Sure.
Just you and me, though.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
If you
it's
like.
just-
That is fine. I think I am still very much in the processing of that stage. still, I don't know if I've come up with any further questions.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I'm probably still processing it.
That
been
would
a
be
bit for me.
that would be an understandable.
It's not really a new revelation.
Why is that a thing with
But
the
it's
Greek gods? I don't understand.
Way back in ye old days, they used to have enough power to not have this happen. Gods had enough power to also keep the mortal side alive, but their power has been declining. There's I'm going to omit names. I would suggest not using specific names because people do still get smote.
Got it.
They've lost power, but better to probably not invite risks. There used to be a prophecy, well, there still is a prophecy, that without going into too many details, there needs to be cyclical turnover.
Oh.
It's a mythological, well, I mean, they exist, but the myth cycle runs on turnover. Each generation overthrowing the next. This generation's been sticking around for a while.
Particularly resilient.
Resilience, not the right word here.
Like cockroaches.
I don't know if you
Cockroaches
should
would
be.
imply that they're not slowly dying off, too.
Oh, they
The-
are.
Aren't. Yeah, it's. A few days ago, apparently Aphrodite died. And it's reaching the big ranks at this point, so
Oh, geez.
things are getting dicey. It started with more minor, less well-known gods, but it's gone bad. And because they don't have the power to even really keep themselves alive, being a demigod has been a death sentence for probably a few centuries now. At least now we've got modern medical advances plus ancient Greek bullshittery has keeps me alive a little bit longer. Otherwise, I probably would have just died within like a few months of the powers activating, but it's just prolonging it at this point.
Dislike.
Yeah.
0
That's
out
fair.
of 10. Would not recommend.
There's some irony that Apollo's the god of healing.
That's true.
He can't fix this. At least, if he can, he isn't. But,
That would make him a pretty deadbeat dad.
I mean, they are putting me up in the hospital that he's affiliated with, so
That's nice at least.
it's a complicated relationship.
I imagine it would be if your parent was a god.
Yeah.
Everybody ready for whatever we're gonna do tonight?
Sorry to bring the mood down.
No, it's okay.
It needed
You
to be
can-
discussed, and you're allowed to bring up concerns.
I don't like the whole like we don't sit with people when they're in distress thing. Some people are very uncomfortable with other people suffering, and I'm not saying that I'm comfortable with it, but it's not something that people need to learn how to do is to sit with people and just be with them while they're struggling.
Unfortunately, not a lesson most people have internalized. That said, I would very much appreciate not discussing it around people outside the team. Flora already told all the fucking young giants, and Golden Gal's mouth runs 100 miles a minute. So
You want me to ask Savannah to keep them ixnay on it? It seems to be the one a lot of people
I-
listen to.
don't want to feel like I owe him.
I mean, I would be asking him for the favor.
It's more I've never spoken to this man, and it doesn't sit right with me to ask something like that.
Okay. Well, the offer's there if you change your mind. If not,
I mean,
I don't know if he'll
Since
talk
Golden
to
Gal apparently found out a while ago, the damage is probably already done.
Has
If
it
it's, I
been
don't know.
that-
Maybe she
Maybe she might not.
is in possession of 1 cubic gram of discretion.
Once in a while, she can keep her mouth shut. And just
Can
a
she?
few things. Just a
I'm a
few
little bit
things.
surprised.
It's very select.
No, that's fair.
I don't know.
She
I
did
haven't.
actively stop herself from the backstory soliloquying when I was talking to her. So
She's capable of it. Will she use energy on it? Is another question.
who knows?
I
That said,
concur.
just maybe don't. I just appreciate if you didn't talk about it with people
Sure.
outside the team. At least without talking to me first.
Whatever you feel most comfortable with. It is your. It's your business, so.
With
I like to think
this-
so.
With
Yeah.
this discussion of Glory's imminent demise, I want to briefly turn an eye to the interior of Silver Phantom's mind here. You've been awfully quiet. How are you feeling about this?
I mean, he's probably a little stressed. His friend's dying and there's nothing you can do about it. Also, apparently gods are just dying. Also, they're
You knew
real.
that
Well, he
one.
knows they're real because he just met Hera.
She did tell you about the prophecy.
Mm-hmm. He's just vibing. Letting her
And
talk
the
because
vibes
it's
are rancid.
yeah. It's stuff that the team needs to hear and stuff she needs to say, so he's just
I was just curious.
hanging out and listening.
Okay.
Kung fu fighting playing over and over and over and over in his head.
That's what I imagine is always going through his head when he's dissociating.
Gonna get a copyright strike for that.
No,
I don't think that's enough of it.
It has to be
It's
10
fine.
seconds at least. Or
We're
30
fine.
seconds. I don't remember.
it's 5 seconds.
It's fine.
Unless you're doing a parody. So if we just poorly sing it, then we're fine.
It's going through SP's head.
Yeah. The Wii menu music.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, do you need help up, Thoth? Are you doing all right?
Let's find out. I'll stand up.
You're able to stand up easily enough, Thoth. But you are fairly certain that sober up was maybe not programmed correctly, because
Classic
that
Golden Gal.
just stripped all the energy out of your bones. You feel so tired.
I mean, I also expended a lot of power earlier.
Also true.
So,
And you've had a
Oh.
long day before this.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've been on my feet most of the day.
Mhm.
Also, let me know if this has been too long since this just happened. But
Blondie,
could I
no.
argue for a team move with that whole conversation was sharing a vulnerability or weakness?
Sure.
All right. Need a general answer for whether or not people, quote unquote, honestly think there's hope for you. So we'll see what
Show
you
of
say.
hands.
I mean, Elytra is still fighting for that hope. Like,
SP does.
Thoth is already
Yeah.
concocting a plan to kill some gods and save glory.
Whether-
Elytra's game to kill some gods.
Whether we're delusional
and-
or not is
Uh,
another question completely. But yes, we're all
No, that's not.
hopeful.
We know the answer to that one.
I mean,
There's been a side tablet in her lab this entire time since she found out on how to help Glory.
Thoth was, because it didn't feel appropriate, was not going to ask Glory about the leads to saving her, but he's definitely going to ask her for the leads she has saving her later.
Mhm.
Fair.
It's on the agenda. The next team meeting agenda, that is number 1.
I think that sounds like a general yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to use that to clear a box off my doom tracking.
Yay!
Power of friendship.
Yes.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship, motherfucker.
That, yes, that.
It was the trauma and the friends that we gained along the way.
All right. Well, unless y'all want to make another pit stop, it's easy enough to get the Giant's Monolith.
Yep.
There is an automated security checkpoint, which just asks for like
Boom.
invitation, quick ID scan, make sure you are who you say you are, not a clone or a robot or anything like that.
I wonder how
I'm a
Savannah
clone
gets
and
in
a
there
robot.
if he's a robot.
And you all are eventually let into the monolith. But I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break here since this is a good time for it. And we will pick up with the after party when we come back.
Woo.
All right.
Be back in 10.
This baby.
Well, he's
a fluffy
long.
baby.
We're
Yeah.
back.
And tall. Hi.
He's just a
Hey.
poofy guy.
Yeah, he weighs only 9 pounds. It's very
Both
light.
my cats weigh more than your cat.
Yeah.
They are giants, though.
If I
He's
ever
just a
did
tiny
get a
boy.
cat, I would definitely want a black cat because black cats
Aw.
get such a bad rap. I do not
Sparrow
understand
is
why
the
people like
sweetest.
Black cats.
They have some very fun void effects.
Yes,
They
there's
are.
also that.
When you stare into the void stares back. It wants fish.
Yeah, no, my cat. The void screams back at me every single morning when he wants breakfast early.
All right, but let's go ahead and get back into things. So, the walk up to Giant's Monolith. First of all, the appearance of the monolith is deceptively plain from the outside. It's basically like, it's not like a stark white, it's an off-white, just like pillar that rises out of the sea. With like a faint, like geometric design to it. Like it's not perfectly smooth, it has like many sides that sort of form a circular shape. And it is tiered, with like windows every few floors.
Perfect. We can climb into those.
Normally they would not be super visible, but currently, what with the party going on inside, the windows have been set to pulse through various colors.
Nice.
Yes.
Rave.
And pretty much as soon as you cross the threshold, whatever like music or acoustic dampener they had going on goes past you, and the party music just kicks in. It is loud, it is bassy.
For a second, Gloria's just like, oh, it's too
I
much
feel
noise,
like-
too many.
Elytra probably, like, knowing that we might team off, does have a couple bugs on her. She immediately retracts all senses from the bugs because she is going to have a headache otherwise.
Yeah.
Fair.
HK just starts vibing to the music. A little bit of dancing. Or she's walking.
And the strobing effect is not nearly as extreme inside as it was outside, but the lights are shifting through like various hues. And well, it's a party. The large main atrium of the tower has been cleared out for various tables and chairs and sitting spaces for people to lounge about. There is a dance floor in the middle with a DJ who is on some sort of hovering platform that is lined with speakers and is currently pumping out music. And there's actually multiple tiers to the party, as you can see in like this main atrium. The floors like along its sides are also part of the festivities. Plenty of folks of your guys' age are here, and a lot of them don't even bother with the stairs. They just like climb or fly or jump or whatever between floors, just hanging out with friends.
What's the ratio of people in costume to not in costume?
About 1/3 are in costume, you'd say.
Fair enough.
it's mostly folks who like need their costume for their powers to work. Everyone else
Fair.
is just sort of in like casual party wear.
Makes
Unless
sense.
they're actively worried about their secret identity, in which case they came in costume.
Fair.
But as the 5 of you walk in, there's like a quick parting of the crowd, as you couldn't see her from above, but she like forces her way through.
Yep.
As Golden Gal appears in a shimmering gold jumpsuit that she has apparently changed into.
That's hot.
This is in character.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it would
Hey
be a mech.
guys!
Hey, thank
Hi.
you for the sober up.
Yeah, well, that was much appreciated.
Yeah, if
Both
you
looks half
need-
dead over
Yeah.
How long is nanobots gonna stay in my system?
next time you take a crap, they'll come out.
Eloquent.
Cool.
But if you need more, she points behind you guys, and actually right next to the door
God.
is a stack of sober up.
You guys really went out for this party, huh?
It's been 3 years since we got to host it.
Mm-hmm.
Heard
Of
that.
course we're going out.
I'm shocked
Yeah.
that Savannah even lets you do this anymore.
We might have to bribe him a little bit. You know how it is.
What do you bribe him with?
Honestly, I don't know. It's mostly DB who does it. He won't tell me.
Probably
Letra.
promises nothing
I'm not
horrible's
asking
gonna
for
happen.
you.
But
Damn
Feel free.
you! All
hang,
right,
hang out.
Where's the bar?
Sign up for the team off is over there.
we haven't
She-
decided if we're gonna do it yet. Some of us aren't
What?
feeling great.
You. And she points at Thoth.
Oh no.
It's you, isn't it?
I don't know what you did to this, but it like flushed all the caffeine from my system.
Yeah, that sounds like it might have done that. Okay, hang on. What do you usually have?
What, caffeine wise?
Yeah.
Or
Coffee, tea.
one of these, and I'll pull the energy drink I picked up out of my pocket.
Cool. She snatches it out of your hand
But
and reaches into a pocket and pulls out like a vial of electric blue.
Oh no, the
Oh,
blue
no,
is
no.
what started this
Yeah,
problem.
Blue
Oh,
started
no.
this issue.
Yeah, and it'll fix it.
But then we have the same issue. Where he can't control his face.
where his eyebrows?
The eyebrows
They're part
keep,
of his
Started
face.
escaping.
they keep escaping.
Say again?
The
I'm turning
eyebrows.
like rainbow technicolor.
and running away like caterpillars.
Yeah.
See, now this is really not dissuading me from putting this in your drink.
If you want us to compete, he needs to be able to function and keep his face normal.
You're acting like my face, like this competition's writing on my face.
It really
It
is.
might
You are
be.
the face
It
of
might
the
be.
team.
I mean,
I can show you the pictures of your face I've taken over the course of the night if you want. I'm gonna delete them after, but I want to
send
reference.
some of those to me.
No.
Yeah.
Please.
We can show you them.
Were you able?
You will have to work out that deal with Glory and Thoth. If
Ooh.
you want pictures. So, and they both have to consent to it.
Both and I have a blood pact, so I can't share information about him without talking about it first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spoil sports.
Straight face.
She
We
just
all
completely takes it in stride. She doesn't
I was about to
question
say,
the fact
Electra
you
is
made a
fully
blood
ready to
pact.
back you up on
I
this
love
one.
it.
So.
We all took a blood pack. It's a thing. Anyways,
Well, okay.
Well,
I don't want you guys missing out just because you had some of the blue and you don't want some of it. And it works great for me. I don't know what your problem is.
have
It
you
might be
been to a
hardwired
doctor
biology.
and like
Liver
checked your
might have some issues,
cardiovascular system
but
and gut?
not everyone has your tolerance. Let's go with that to start.
You are very small. How do you? She just like pats her on the head. because she knows it drives her crazy.
I mean,
I
do you
mean,
test it
we're
on people
smaller
who
than
aren't
me.
you regularly, or is it mostly just you?
Do you have like a high metabolism and that's why you burn through it so quickly?
Maybe?
It just works.
Fair enough.
Was it custom tailored to you initially?
Kinda?
That is probably why.
Alright.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Do you like lemonade?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a thing of lemonade in the back. I'm gonna go drop this in and I'll get you a cup.
Dilutes it. Get a minor
Yeah.
effect.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
I don't make any promises about the taste.
Electric
What's
lemons.
it taste like?
Electric lemons.
Blue.
yes.
I should have known that.
Yep.
Yeah. Blue's an
Showed us you
iconic
that-
taste. Iconic.
Up to you, though, Thoth.
I love
What do you
that
think?
Bree's just drinking like a cup with blue in it.
Mhm.
Actually, it is the cup that is blue. It turns blue when you put cold liquid in it.
Oh, okay.
The liquid is Pepsi. It's not blue.
Oh, okay.
Also Fireball.
Ooh, nice.
Fair.
Pepsi and Fireball? God, you are a college student. Ugh.
I just drink Fireball straight.
I don't even drink Fireball anymore.
I also drink it straight sometimes, but I like it
I
with Pepsi.
do shots of Fireball with my extended family, so
Mm.
that's
I just select the top shelf tequila at work.
also
I do,
fair.
I do like
I
tequila.
support
That's
that one.
probably my
I'm
favorite.
not drinking
Yes.
Fireball anymore. I'm
Tequila's
not 21.
so-so. Go for
I
vodka.
don't drink alcohol. Anyway.
Fair.
Okay, so does anybody want drinks? Preferences? I'm gonna go. Where's your
Bars on
liquor
the second
cabinet?
floor, she calls as she's making her way back through the crowd.
Okay.
Electra passes on the little bit of knowledge regarding the trophy cabinet and where the good booze is.
She's gonna go get the good booze. But she'll ask what everybody wants to drink first.
I will let you know what liquors I like, which is mainly tequila, and tell you that I put my fate in your hands.
Tequila Sunrise sound good?
Sure.
You, Lori?
Yep.
So
Above the table, from a visual inspection, is there like some sort of ID checking going on here? Because I guess no from the vibe, but
They did.
At the bar, yes.
oh, okay,
Loon.
fair enough.
That being said, you definitely see some young exonaturals here, younger than the drinking age, who are definitely drinking alcohol.
Blair just shrugs. Something sweet. I'm not picky.
Tequila Sunrise it is. Would you like one, though?
See how the
Maybe
lemonade
best to not
happens.
mix
Let's see how the lemonade goes
let's-
first.
One substance at a time.
What about a ginger ale?
Sure.
Might help.
It doesn't have caffeine. It can't hurt.
Even if it did, it probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. She's gonna just zip upstairs and she's gonna is there a bartender there?
Yes. It is not a living bartender, though. It appears to be a robot.
Oh, she's
Actually
just gonna,
modified from one of the little servitors that's been running around all night.
she's just gonna go behind the bar and start pouring. She will have zipped in to get the top shelf tequila.
I think as you are doing that, let's see here.
Uh-oh.
Problems.
Daddy Lion's gonna catch me. Being bad.
He's hiding in his room.
No, you would hear a familiar voice behind you say, White Russian? And you turn around and you see Jackie Russell with her very distinctive pigtail braids look that she keeps despite everyone telling her that she's way too old for it at this point.
Who's Jackie Russell again?
She is part of Golden Gal's little gossip club.
Girl posse. Or
And she is the sidekick of the hero known as the Mongrel.
Oh, she's gonna say no. I'm Japanese, actually, half Japanese.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
No, but seriously, I need something.
Fine.
My ex is here.
There's a bulletproof.
Which one's your ex again?
She sort of like points over the edge of the walkway because you're up on the second floor now. And she points out the Spectrum, who is currently sitting at a table with another hero that you probably recognize. More heavy-set fellow, dragon scales. Roll a d6 for me. See if you know his name.
4.
You feel like you maybe seen him once or twice, but you can't recall his name.
Who's that dragon guy with him?
Oh, that's dragon fruit.
Oh. Okay. Well, I have something special for you. And she just grabs out of her thing and she pours her a shot of absinthe. And just like, here. To X's,
You making green Russians?
Apparently.
no, she's just giving her a shot of absinthe while she makes the.
She kicks it back. Ooh. Give me another one of those.
She'll just pour
Oh,
another one.
honey.
She's gonna try to fuck up as many people as she can before this team off if they're gonna compete.
Well, as you're pouring the second shot, a hand comes in.
Oh,
with
no!
With a Norse-style compass rose on the back. As Dane King comes into the frame and just sort of like slides the shot away and says, "Sweetheart, I think you've had enough."
Ooh. I didn't know that you could tell women when they've had enough.
She was already stumbling on the way here.
Yeah, well. She's an adult. She can make her own choices.
Yeah, I can do what I want. She just
Does
like
she look too wasted to serve?
she's getting there.
There's sober up downstairs.
There
just-
is sober up downstairs.
But she just like fully like plants a palm into his face and just like shoves him away.
She's gonna pour that white Russian real light. Okay. Anyways.
Well, if you're not gonna listen to me, I can at least join you. Yeah, fine.
Are you hitting on her?
He sort of like looks at you. Am I hitting on my girlfriend?
Oh. I don't really follow the tabloids
See,
anymore.
this is why you need to come to the meetings, girl.
What meeting? What? No.
Send an email to you all the time.
I know you guys really want me to join your Gossip Girl club. I
It's
can't
the
do it.
shit.
No. Is this...
We're messaging the wrong team member.
But I will tell you something that you should put in it. I'm going to tell you something, but you got to keep it between us. Don't put it in the gossip column, actually. So, you know my teammate, Silver Phantom?
Oh, God.
Mhm.
He is actually a suit full of bees, controlled by Electra.
God.
Dane sort of like gives you a look like, what? Jackie goes, that makes so much
He's
sense.
so gone.
Yeah. What do you want to drink, Dane?
Okay, I don't know drinks, so he will order something light.
Just a beer?
Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
She'll just... Whatever they have
God.
on tap, she'll either offer that or, like, look in the thing and see
I
if
don't
they
know
have
if
any
they have
bottles.
a cider or a mead too that might fit with
Yeah.
his Norse theme.
Yeah. She'll just serve him whatever looks appropriate, yeah. An ale or a mead or a cider or whatever.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
say a cider.
Yeah. Then she just pours a bunch of tequila sunrises for the teammates. Not too heavy. I don't want them drunk, but you know, just enough to start off the night. And grabs a ginger ale for.
Hey. So what happened with the exceptionals? They like RSVP'd and everything, and now they're not showing up. What's up with that?
I think Savannah scared the shit out of Bulletproof, so.
Oh, because he like grabbed you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she like gets on her phone and starts like.
God.
My God.
Terrible.
HK stops for a minute and just starts thinking about like what rumors she wants to start about Savannah to piss him off. Or if it's too early in the night to do that. She decides against it. She's just gonna let her think whatever. She wants to see what cold rumor comes of this. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Savannah, I don't know. I'm just glad he's not here. Too bad your ex didn't not show.
Such a loser. Not
Yeah.
like this guy though. And she sort of like slaps Dane's chest with the back of her hand.
Above the table, would this perhaps be why the Spectrum is out of the gossip group and Dane is in?
Why possibly?
Noted from HK. She's got her own little gossip column in her head. It's not like shared to the public, but she loves the tea.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as you scooter away with the team's drinks,
Mhm.
the four of you who have been on the main floor, what are the four of you doing? Are you mingling? Are you finding a place to sit?
Probably after Golden Girl left and HK went to go get drinks, I scoot over to Glory and I'm like, "What? Show me the pictures."
She will show him. There's one of your eyebrows is creeping off your face. The other's like twisted ones where your nose is like upside down.
Elytra's on Overwatch to
those
make sure no
crow.
robots come and snag picture like
Yeah, no,
verify the
she's-
pictures.
She's created like a opaque light shield over this to show him.
Smart.
Bro, do my illusions appear on those pictures?
Actually, that's a fair point. I don't.
Lou is the key.
Oh my God.
Can do an illusion and we'll take a picture. and see what happens.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I think she would not show him if it didn't.
You probably open it up and like thinking like, oh, I've got all these great pictures. Then it's like, oh, these are just normal pictures of Thoth.
I check my
Damn.
pictures after I take them. Anyways, never mind. It's like, man,
It was really okay.
we should. Do you want to practice that at some point? Just trying to see if we can get it to show up.
I've tried it before and it hasn't worked, but maybe we just need like a more controlled
I mean,
environment. Start small.
Maybe it's worth
Above the
ruling
table?
out different. Yeah.
I just had an idea. Well, if Gloria checked the pictures, could it be in the moment it appeared on the picture because she was still under the illusion's effects?
That was my
Versus
thought.
no.
Oh,
You're-
okay. I think in that case you'd say, it did appear on the picture when I took it when the illusion was still running. Now it's disappeared.
Interesting.
Might be possible to do a persistent effect with some practice.
Does that mean all of the pictures that were taken of you walking me into the gala are going to be empty at this point?
Seems
They'll
like
have Thoth in them. But they won't have Elytra.
That's going to be a fun rumor to deal with too.
Can't we just ask?
Electra is a ghost.
Could Tabs just like put you in pictures?
I don't know.
I mean, you're also
Tabs could at least
considering how
remove
many-
some pictures that might look suspicious.
Also, considering
Yes.
how many pictures they were taking during the night, they might not remember you were supposed to be in those.
That's true.
I don't
Still
know.
something I
About-
might send to Tabs as a heads up.
Yeah.
We can have her run some interference, and then we can deal with any other fallout that comes up.
Seeing as we did have someone try and pseudo interview us
Ugh.
that
Oh,
might
yeah, that
go
guy.
looking for pictures.
We should start rumors about that guy. Oh, it's
I'd
just
rather-
there.
HK
She's
just
thinking
appears
about
Yeah.
it.
back with the tray of
Yeah,
drinks.
yeah. She just like zips in.
I don't want to poke that bear unless we have to.
Yeah, the media can be rough.
Fickle.
You're telling me?
Yeah, no,
No one knows it like I do.
Exactly. Let's not poke that bear.
About this time, once again, there's just like a parting of the crowd as Golden Gal, shorter than everyone else, comes back.
You need a bell.
Right. Yarp. And she hands you a red solo cup, Thoth.
Thanks.
HK's gonna hand you a can of ginger ale to wash it down.
And what you get from Golden Gal Thoth is lemonade with a distinctive like blue streak in it, but it's compared to the like electric blue of straight blue, it's much more of like a faded, muted color.
I think I just stare into the cup, and don't drink it right away, and I'll take a sip of the ginger ale.
You see the future in there?
If
The
you drink enough blue,
spirits are telling me
you can.
there is a storm in our future.
Vague.
Cryptic and vague. Doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the spirits.
I'm not wonderful.
Does this mean I can do magic?
Yes.
Dude, you make illusions.
Yeah,
Illusions are
It's
magic.
not magic.
I'm
Well, is it
pretty sure it's
biological?
magic.
But it's not like real magic.
Debatable. I
That's
feel
game.
like you've done real magic.
Mm-hmm.
Where? We can ask him right now. I'm sure he's somewhere in here.
I
He
haven't.
can settle this
Expert opinion.
debate.
Does
You
he
can
live
ask
here or does he
Gigi.
live on the
Gigi probably
island?
knows. Where's Kane? Where's
Looking
Lucy?
for your
Lives.
boyfriend? She
He's-
sort of says with like an eyebrow wiggle at Thoth.
No, we have an important debate to settle, and it involves Thoth, yes. But we
And
need
their
to know
next
if this is
date.
actually
I'm just
magic
kidding. I'm just
or if
kidding.
this is other shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's important for team dynamics.
He's up on
Actually,
the
we're
third
just
floor.
debating stupid shit, but it's fine.
He's up on the third floor with the other rich kids.
Why does he only hang out with rich kids? What's up with that?
Dad's a bitch.
Networking.
Haven't you
Networking.
why didn't you make it into his clique?
I didn't want it.
I'd like to pierce the mask on that.
Yep, same.
I was thinking it, but I
Okay.
wasn't actually gonna do it.
What is my
Rip.
give me a sec. Mundane. Do I have the condition?
-1, that's a 5. Admittedly, one of the dice did like bonk off the top of the die tower and then land on it, but it still landed, so it's fine. Mark potential.
I don't want to pierce the mask because
I don't want to see into the eyes of madness.
it involves Golden Gal, and SP doesn't particularly care either
that
way.
is an 8.
Nice.
What are my questions?
What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you?
You know what? Elijah wants to know how she gains influence over a golden gal.
Ooh.
I'm gonna double check that you don't already have influence. I don't think you do, but I want to make sure.
I don't think so.
I don't think I do, but
Yeah, okay, no. Just making sure.
I was about to say I've pretty steadily pissed her off, so I don't think I
Sure.
do.
Sometimes that's her
Uh,
love language though. Like it's really hard to tell.
Well,
She's an odd one.
there's a few ways from what you've learned from interacting with her. First of all is to basically play her game. She gets along with HK, mostly because the two of them are on the same wavelength of, like, the weird frenemy situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically just, like, going along with her and her madcapness.
Mm-hmm.
Did that to a point, but I will kill her at some point, so no.
Mm-hmm.
But also just, like, praising her, like, reaffirming that she is, in fact, a genius.
So she has a praise kink.
But It
Yes.
is,
Yes.
but it's
The
in that
only
praise
possible
that-
takeaway from that.
It's in that praise that I'll give you
But
the
she's also a
answer
brat.
to what you're really looking at here as to why she isn't in the rich kid club. You sort of think about it, Elytra, and like all you've really seen of Golden Gal, she has a lot of tech, but and she dresses well for like major events, but it's not like she shows off her wealth like other rich people do.
She's HK.
In fact, from how she talks and acts, you'd probably guess she's never been rich.
I was gonna say she was like pulled into the golden legacy just by power set.
Just by virtue of being
Being a
intelligent.
genius.
Very smart.
Yeah.
I think Elytra will note that, but will just make a quip along the lines of saying, well, knowing most of the rich kids around here from that I've met, not really all that great anyway, so
You're not really missing out.
no judgment.
Anyways, I was gonna say, HK has to pull SP aside because she has to apologize for starting a outrageous rumor about him. Like 10 minutes ago, after she said she would stop starting rumors.
Oh, God.
Okay. What is it now?
She pulled away from Golden Girl.
Just gotta go into a Faraday cage so her robots don't fucking
I was about to say, Elytra will make small
over
talk
here.
while these
Yeah.
two are sneaking away to try
She's
and
just
distract
gonna
the
be like,
small.
So I might have told a really drunk, one of Gigi's gossip girls that you're a suit full of bees controlled by Electra.
I mean, that's not the worst thing people have said about me. We can work with B-suit.
I'd like to know, you're wearing the half mask right now,
Mhm.
right?
That's
Mhm.
that much funnier.
Yeah, but that lady's.
But I
very
can do
drunk.
illusions.
Yeah.
True.
Just make him buzz every so often.
A bee slips out on occasion.
I was about to say, we just need to make
Yes.
sure there's a bee on his suit. On
Electra just has
all
to
the
have
time.
bees around him at all times now.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying it will distract from the other rumors if we just start ridiculous rumors about ourselves. This is my PR strategy.
When I get a social, I'll post pictures of bees.
I'm glad you're not mad. I mean, that one was pretty outrageous. I just wanted to see if she'd believe me, and she totally
She
was
did.
like,
She
"Oh my
really
God,
believed you.
That makes sense." She's like, "That makes so much sense," and so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a topic on the next Gossip Girl gang.
Gossip Girl Gang, XOXO.
XOXO. Anyways, sorry about that. I just
No, that
like,
one's funny. That one's not detrimental to our well-being.
Yeah, okay. Good. I didn't think so, because I just sometimes I just say ridiculous shit to them. About myself too. I think it's funny sometimes. To see which ones I believe. Alright. But I love that you're gonna roll with it. So sorry about that. I will not share any pertinent information. I'm just sometimes I think people don't know if I'm kidding. Okay.
As the two of you are chatting, there's a touch of a lull in the party. And Thoth, Elytra, Glory, you all are making small talk with Golden Gal, and she just sort of like stops in the middle of the sentence looking past you guys and just says, "Oh, no way in hell."
I don't look where she's looking.
I
I
didn't
will
turn around.
immediately
Oh,
look
it's
where
worse
she's
than
looking.
that. It's worse
What
than
is
that.
this?
As you guys look back to the door, 4 individuals have entered.
No.
It is not the exceptionals.
Oh, okay.
Do I recognize these individuals?
Who is it?
Elytra and Glory, roll me a d6 real quick.
5.
Elytra, you vaguely recognize them, actually.
Oh, lovely.
Though You may not know them personally. Certainly not. You do know that unlike the Ultras, that have sort of like segregated their younger team members from their major operations, the Coven has fully involved their apprentices into their work.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. So
Oh,
this
boy.
is this.
As standing in the doorway are 4 individuals. One of them is a black young man who's dressed not dissimilarly to how Savannah was dressed at the gala, but in a much more like modern fashion aesthetic to the outfit. Much more like streetwear. He also has like very round, very thick glasses. The man next to him, who is extremely similar to him, to the point that anyone who looks at them can tell they are brothers. Though in stark contrast, the other gentleman is completely nude from the waist up, which does a fantastic job at showing off the fact that he is completely ripped.
Exhibitionist. Okay.
Got it.
And he has more of a... it looks like at one point he was wearing some sort of jacket, but it is now tied around his waist. The woman next to him is sort of a willowy younger woman. Light blonde hair to the point that it almost looks silver. And she's wearing like... just sort of like just pants and a shirt. Nothing too extravagant. And then the other woman next to her is very clearly a member of the Tarot lineage, as signified by her fiery red hair.
This is DB's friend.
Yes, it is. This is Tiffany Tarot. And she is dressed in a longish skirt, nice shirt. And she is carrying a deck of cards that she's sort of like shuffling a little nervously. As pretty much everybody at the party who is in the vicinity of the door just sort of stops what they're doing and stares as the 4 of them walk in.
I think Elytra hisses play nice to everyone in this circle, including Golden Cal.
Okay.
I don't think I know or care enough about the situation to really do anything.
They're Coven apprentices, which, given what we've seen previously this evening, is probably the source of the bad blood here.
You know,
So
certain
just
Golden
ignore it
Gal
unless they
hears
start
you
problems.
as she just sort of like shoves past all of you
Whoa.
and starts walking towards the door. And as she walks, she snaps her fingers, and from like one of the upper levels, a mech suit just comes flying down.
Elytra is going to try and
Icarus.
defuse right now.
Okay, what do you do? What do you say?
She looks at Golden Gal and is like, stop before this becomes a scene and looks bad on everyone here. You guys had just signed a contract negotiating some kind of peace, and the gala had its ups and downs, but it didn't start a giant brawl. Just let them exist.
Or
It
at least
is in
check
your-
the fine print first.
It's in your yes.
HK's gonna slip
If
away
you
to go
want
get Kane.
to beat them in the team off. Save the beef for that.
You're like saying all this to Golden Gal as she has got like one hand on her suit. And there's like a semicircle like around the door that's sort of cleared out because of the apprentices.
I feel like Elytra's bugs are on alert off her shoulders now.
The bees.
Like, she's showing very, like, she is ready for this to escalate, and she really doesn't want it to. So they are showing more of her emotion. They're showing agitation.
And to their credit, the apprentices, relatively cool. Like, each of them looks a little nervous in their own way, but they aren't backing down. But as this sort of, like, Mexican standoff is happening, flying down again from one of the higher levels is a Pteranodon who, upon touchdown, shifts back into Dino Boy. As he sort of, like, looks a little stunned and says, Tiff! Hey! Tiffany Taro sort of...
Elytra smiles slightly.
It's great to see you! Come on in! As Dino Boy, seemingly completely either heedless or ignoring the, like, stares all around him, guides the apprentices in. If they try some shit...
If they try some shit, that means they made the first move and you can retaliate. Until then, it is smarter to come out of this with your nose clean.
She kicks
There
the mech
are
suit twice and
eyes
it shoots back up into the roof.
everywhere tonight.
Why do we not like the wizards?
We don't actually know
Because
what.
They're assholes.
Okay.
Do we care to elaborate? Is it the kids themselves? Is it their association? Where is the asshole line? Because, like, there's a lot of people who are assholes in this town, but sometimes it's by association versus actually being an asshole. There's various levels of, do we want to punch these people in the face? And I need to know where we're standing right now.
Guess they don't need to be punched in the face yet.
Okay.
So we're association assholes.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. And for the record, I appreciate you listening and allowing this to slightly de-escalate.
Whatever. She just goes back off into the crowd. Very grumpy.
Good job.
We'll see how that turns out.
Well,
No one's dead.
for the moment, it at least seems to have headed it off.
DB helped.
True.
Though I'm also
I don't know if
wondering
he
if
knows
he invited
helped.
to begin with.
Yeah, they seem to know each other, I guess.
They have a history.
What kind of history?
Okay.
Friends, and then it got cut off abruptly. So
Oh.
I'm guessing because of the dynamics that we just witnessed regarding association.
Ah. Yikes. Drama.
Yeah. But hopefully this might heal a little bit of the rift. Or they get their beef out on the field tonight and there's a little less anger.
It'll go one of three
Maybe.
ways. They'll either,
Or someone dies.
well, hopefully.
Hopefully not that one.
I really hope
Okay, maybe
it's
it'll
not.
go one of four ways.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
mean, we
say-
do have Savannah here. I don't think he'll let anyone get to that point, but
Probably not.
no.
They're either gonna smooth things over, they're gonna duke it out and smooth things over, or they're not.
It's gonna
smooth
get
things-
worse.
Yeah. But that's their problem.
Yeah,
I
that's
will say
very
I
much
don't
not
really
enough
care.
problem.
I don't know.
It doesn't affect me right now.
Any of
I
them are.
don't care until it starts affecting the team.
Yeah.
And that The only problem is they are young teams within our city, and having seen what we have regarding the young giants and how often we end up overlapping, I don't want to cause potential bad blood with another team other than, I mean, obviously the exceptionals are out right now, but
They're
any
not
other
real.
teams of our age group in case we have to work with them at a later point.
No, I agree with you. I'm just, until it becomes my business,
We could just stay
I'm not
neutral.
going to make it my business.
That's fair. I'm okay with staying neutral in this situation.
I mean, I think stopping the fight was the right call.
Yeah, for sure. Because that would have been a whole hullabaloo, and then the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
party would be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Don't
it
want a
would probably
screaming
not
match.
happen for
Yeah.
another 3 years.
Here,
If
specifically.
again.
But also ever.
Yeah.
Also, for what it's worth, to the point of not making enemies, making sure the young giants don't accidentally violate whatever contract Kane drew up is probably a good move.
Probably also true.
Speaking of which, HK.
Yeah, she slipped away to super speed up the stairs to get Kane because she felt like he could help in this tense ass situation because she doesn't speak magic fluently. She is somehow magical, but she doesn't understand how it works, so.
Is the difference between driving a car and knowing how to build a car?
Yeah, basically. She's a real good driver. Could not put an engine together to save her life, so there's that.
But you do eventually find Kane in a corner of the party that, honestly, in a way, feels completely detached from the rest of it.
Okay.
Because as opposed to, like, a whole lot of partying and drinking and perhaps 2 people colliding, we'll say, on the dance floor, it's almost sedate, this section that you find, with a significant number of heroes that you would probably recognize as belonging to more the Hickory Heights crowd around here. But at sort of a center table, you do see Luciferous Kane surrounded by multiple sycophants who are all seemingly jockeying for his attention and notice.
She's gonna walk right in front of them, and just like, "Hey, Lucy! Long time no see. Need you downstairs right now."
Mia, I am in the middle of a conversation.
No,
with-
Coven's here. Or Coven people are here.
I see.
better go
Gentlemen,
downstairs.
I will be back with you in a moment.
Sorry to take him away from you.
As he follows you, like, to the railing to, like, look down on the main floor, just in time to see DB fly down and seemingly diffuse the situation himself.
Oh, never mind. It was about to get tense. Gigi was like getting her armor all geared up or whatever. I don't know.
Of course she was.
Where's Savannah? Like, isn't he supposed to be like refereeing this?
Yes, Savannah. He is currently still...
Did he have to do like power poses in the mirror or something?
No. Quite frankly, it's not something that you should be privy to.
Her imaginary fox ears start to twitch a little.
Yeah. So, please leave him be. He will be down when he's ready.
I'm not. I just was wondering. That almost got really out of control there.
Yes, I'll have to stop in with them and make sure they understand their position.
Well, thank you for being the stand-in dad tonight.
Of course. Now, and as he's about to say something else, someone comes up and taps him on the shoulder. Roll me a d6 real quick, HK.
That is a 5.
Okay. You probably recognize the young man who comes up to him. Short, slicked back hair. A like wild expression. Very like long, narrow face. As you would recognize the out-of-costume visage of Rocket Neo. The inheritor of the Rocket legacy, which is one of the longer-standing but perhaps less respected legacies of the city. Mostly because, as time has gone on, they've associated themselves more and more with the Hickory Heights crowd. But he comes up, kind of impatiently taps Lucy on the shoulder. Luciferus, I believe we were in the middle of a discussion before this. He says after, like, eyeing you up, HK.
Yes. Well, he's got to play host for a couple minutes, so you'll have to wait. Sorry.
Indeed, I do, Robert. So if you could please wait at the table.
In the meantime, do you guys want some shots? She pulls out some.
Luciferus, without missing a beat, puts a hand on the top of the bottle and just like pushes it back down. We're fine on alcohol, thank you. If you are here, I assume Thoth is as well?
Yeah. So. Are you... She just like leans in to be quiet. She's like, are you gonna take him on another date?
My God.
Fucking Christ.
You've never seen someone be silently flustered before, but for a brief second, that is exactly what you get out of Luciferus. As he sort of like looks at you and blushes and like,
you should. Ball's in your court, buddy. You can do that. Just pats him on the shoulder.
I certainly do not know what you were speaking about. Though I would ask that we not perpetrate any rumors.
You're a little late. I already did perpetrate
I'm
one rumor, but
aware.
it's not about you. It's not about you. So it's fine, probably.
He just like stares at you.
He's gonna wink.
He turns around and walks back to the table.
The long-suffering sigh.
Apologies, gentlemen. Where were we? As they go back to discussing, you don't even know what, something having to do with polo.
People are so boring.
But it's about at this point, HK,
She's gonna do it.
that on the railing next to you, someone sort of, a man looking to be about maybe 2 or 3 years younger than you. Very dark hair, but very light skin. Dressed in like a muscle tank and shorts. Hey.
Hi. Do I know you?
Stall? Rowdy Stall? Roll me a d6.
Give him a shot.
If I give you some absinthe, will you be absent?
Jesus Christ.
It's a 4.
You know the name Stall?
Uh-huh.
It is like a known superfamily in Halcyon. You do not know Rowdy in specific?
Oh, are you from Jersey?
No. Russia?
Oh.
You know, my brothers, metal skin. He sort of like holds up his hand and it shifts into
Oh.
like metallic skin.
Yeah, totally. Totally remember that. Hi, I'm Heavenly Katana. Yeah,
You single?
it's complicated. very complicated.
He sort
I'm
of
not
like
in the
slides.
market right now. Thanks, though.
He sort of
Here.
like slides on the railing a little bit closer.
She's
Is
just
it
gonna
complicated
like.
just for tonight?
Where SP starts sneezing. Oh no, my allergies.
He's like,
Sneezing and gagging.
Thoth is,
Gotta
Thoth
get
is
her
like, I need to
that
make
life
someone's
alert thing.
clothes invisible, but I don't know who.
She's like, it was really nice to meet you. And then she just like does like a twirl around him really fast. And then scoots down the stairs, like disappears in between all the guys that are coming up and down the stairs.
You're not there, but Rowdy like looks back over his shoulder at his brother, who's just like leaning on the railing and just like staring. He's just like, she's into me. He's like,
Oh
no.
Okay, buddy.
Not again.
No.
I'm gonna have to stick bees on this man.
You're gonna have to just have a
No.
swarm of bees
wait,
that
I'm
follow
bees.
her around. Actually,
Oh,
it's
wait,
SP,
I'm
SP.
bees.
The whole team is just suits of bees controlled by Elytra.
Yes.
God.
Following HK around. It's just like constant buzzing in the background.
HK has her own
Army of bees.
bodyguard bees.
Bodyguard bees. Don't make me sick the bees on you.
all right. Now, unless you all have some specific scenes in mind, I would just ask whether or not you're socializing or if you're trying to avoid socializing, maybe.
I feel like
Not-
Elytra is a little curious about how DB is doing with the coven.
Okay. Well, as the night goes on, because I'm assuming you guys are just in general mingling, like you're not being complete pariahs about it.
Yeah.
Not a scene, but I would say Glory's more curious about the tower than she is about the party. So for however many levels are open to the public for the party, she was just gonna walk up and see what's going on.
Okay.
I think that HK will join Glory in the sleuthing as long as she stays away from the slick guy and his brothers.
Yeah, Glory's not trying to talk to anybody. She's just curious about why the young giants need such a big fucking tower.
HK will be like, it'll be good. Can you just like give off the leave me the fuck alone energy? Like,
Don't I normally?
yes, you do, and I need to learn this.
I think
I
Elytra
smile
does
and giggle too much. It's a
tag
problem.
Sometimes
each,
people take that as an invitation.
Ugh.
each member
shouldn't.
with a bug.
Yeah.
So if a quick communication has to happen or someone gets in trouble before they can text, she has
Press your
some
cicada for
idea.
assistance.
Yeah.
Some Russian legacy slick guy with slick back hair. He was short. I don't know. Was,
Yeah, let's avoid him.
yeah, please.
Good to know that there's a creepy dude here. So
There's creepy dudes everywhere.
Yeah,
If
well,
they find
yeah,
HK.
but-
It's like she just is a magnet for them. It's because she's got that bubblegum pop attitude. And
yeah.
that foxy
well-
charm.
We can quickly start with Glory and HK. There's a total of 5 levels accessible during the party. Though a quick look at the elevator reveals that there is a total of 20 floors.
Fair enough.
Dang.
10 above and 9 below, not including the main
Ah.
entrance hall.
Okay.
It seems most of the lower area is like utilities and supplies and whatnot. This base is designed to be pretty much self-sustaining for a number of months if it needs to be. So,
Makes sense.
in case of emergencies, for whatever reason, alien plague, quarantine, invasion of the world outside, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But the one lower floor that is accessible is a training room for the young giants, where a fair few other folks are showing off their powers to each other. In fact, you probably actually see Cypher there, along with her teammate who you've not met before, Earthmover. With Earthmover showing off her construction arm, which is sort of this multi-form, like, robotic arm tool that she has. You probably come in as she's, like, put together a shovel and steel cable to make like an impromptu grappling hook / bludgeoning weapon.
Okay, fair enough.
It's pretty high tech down there. Most of the upper areas are just offices for some of the Young Giants staff, because it turns out they do have staff normally. But looking at the schematics does reveal, well, not the schematics, the layout does reveal that the actual living quarters for the Young Giants are in the upper floors that are not accessible.
Yeah, no, that would make sense.
That being said, at the very top floor, both of you discover that there are some privacy rooms available. And in fact, you probably spot Rowdy stumbling into one of the rooms with a young woman, as the two of them are viciously... It's not Jackie, but they are just viciously face-sucking each other. I can think of no other term for it.
Alrighty then.
As HK mentioned, this is the guy who was talking to
This
her.
is the guy.
Gloria just kind of is like, ugh.
They do not pay you any mind as they close the door.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Well,
He has metal
let's not
skin, so that'll
stick
be an
around
interesting.
this. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear anything.
Yeah.
I assume there's soundproofing, but I don't want to risk it.
That's fair. We don't need to start any more rumors about the team.
Meanwhile, Elytra. You probably... Do you, like, directly follow them, or do you just, like,
I
locate
think
where they are?
she locates where they are and maybe works her way up, but
Okay. Well, as you make your way to where you're hearing the rumblings coming from, you find a corner on, like, say, the third floor that appears to be where most of the social rejects of the party have gathered.
mhm.
You see a few lone individuals who just seem like they're not into it, just nursing drinks or on their phone or something.
Mhm.
You recognize two faces immediately, belonging to Agent Cerulean and Agent Omega, who are members of Aegis. They are both in their dress uniforms, and, well, they are basically military heroes,
Mhm.
and the heroes community in general, especially in San Sebastián, is not too hot on military heroes, given their original reason for being in the city, which is to basically destroy it if the exonaturals get out of hand.
Well, fuck them. But
Not that
I'm
it's
not gonna
their
say
fault
that.
in any way.
Yeah.
But people just... Most of the hero community does not have a strong liking of the military-industrial complex as a result.
No, that's fair.
But it is here, in this sort of secluded corner, that you do find Dino Boy sitting with the apprentices of the Coven. And he and Tiffany appear to be catching up.
I think Elytra will wait for a lull in the conversation before going to at least check in and say hi and apologize for the less than cordial greeting that many of them received.
Most of them say hello back. The shirtless man does not. He's just sort of sitting there with his arms crossed, looking, well, cross himself. And getting closer to him now, Elytra, you also realize he is warm. Like, physically warm. Like, the closer you get to him in specific, the more you're like, it's hot over here.
Yeah. I'm probably not in the most temperature
Aerating.
controlled thing.
But Dino Boy will chime in. I already apologized. It's alright. Yeah, Tiff? And she says, yeah, it's been great catching up. Feels like forever. Yeah, it has. Oh, Elytra? This is Reliquary. He gestures to the young man with the thick glasses. His brother Scorch, the shirtless man. Starbright, the young woman with the platinum blonde hair. And, well, you know Tiff.
Well, I don't know Tiff, but yes, figured it out.
She, like, laughs a little bit and extends a hand to shake it to yours. Tiffany Tarot.
Elytra, I hear we run in the same area of town in our civilian identities.
Oh, do we?
We do.
I guess I wouldn't know.
But, yeah, I'm from your neck of the woods originally.
Well, we are happy to serve the Tarot Town community.
And we're happy to have you. And for what it's worth, I think you guys being here is a good step forward. Hopefully.
Scorch. Yeah, whatever. His brother immediately just, like, sharply elbows him.
I understand. It seems like there's a lot of bad blood in regards to whatever it is that happened. I'm third party, so I don't fully understand the politics of it all.
It's not politics. It's the Ultras being assholes.
I think maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about the Ultras or honestly the Coven to make a statement on that. But I do know that tonight's not really about them though. Tonight's about the new generation. And how we define ourselves.
Dinoboy like nods his head. Exactly.
That's entirely what my team's about. We don't really, you guys have seen us. We don't really know jack shit about any of the politics or inner play. And we seem to be surviving okay.
Starbright. Give it time. It makes its way in eventually. She's sort of just like stirring a drink, not really drinking it.
Not liking your drink? I mean, I have a bartender friend who can probably top that off.
No.
With something more to your taste.
It's not that. It's just, I just thought this would be more... Reliquary kind of pushes up his glasses. Father and the rest of the Coven asked us to come tonight. We tried to extrapolate that it would be fun.
I mean, it's
He
still
sort of
early.
like glances around the space they're in, where it's just like a completely dead spot in the party.
I think part of it is finding the right people. Finding those who aren't gonna let stuff from the past and define them. And it's not quite the team off yet, as far as I'm aware. And
like, oh no, that's not for like another hour or so. Want everybody to loosen up, you know?
And I'm guessing that'll increase the energy of things a little bit. Not that I really know what a team off is, but that might help a little. Though hiding out here doesn't really help change how people perceive you. It's just reaffirming that you're different.
Tiffany sort of looks at the other three. She's right. Scorch just like slumps more in his chair.
So tell me this, what would make this party fun?
Scorch slowly smiles and opens his mouth, and without looking, his brother just like puts a hand over it. No. You didn't even know what I know what you were gonna say, and the answer is no. Imagine what Father would think. Father doesn't need to know.
I do have so many questions regarding that, and I would love to hear it later, but I'm guessing it's not feasible. So, what can we feasibly do to make this more enjoyable?
Starbright sort of like taps her fingers on the edge of her chin. I don't know if you've heard of this old band called Matchbox 20. Do you think we could play some of that?
I'm sure we can ask.
DB snaps his fingers. On it. And again, he just like goes to the railing and just like jumps off, turning into the Pteranodon before he's even like fully off, and just flies over to the DJ's like platform.
And the rest of you?
He had some better alcohol, maybe. Scorch says as he just like pokes his glass.
The bug on Heavily Katana's shoulder buzzes, and there's a text saying, "Hey, I have a bar emergency. Come help."
She's just gonna text back. What kind of drinks do they want?
Alcohol of choice and flavor profile of drink.
Starbright immediately. I'm not really picky, just, anything with strawberries. Oh, or blueberries.
Strawberry, blueberry, no alcohol of preference, and she looks at Scorch expectantly.
Whiskey. Hardest you've got. Reliquary just looks at his brother.
Whiskey, high proof is the response. It's all in caps.
On the rocks are straight.
Oh yeah. She'll ask.
Rox will just water it down for me. Straight.
That's how you drink whiskey.
All right.
And then does Reliquary or Tiffany have a drink order?
Tiffany says, grasshopper?
I can try and get that.
And Reliquary says, I will just have water. I don't intend to drink and cast this evening.
Fair.
Says he eyes his brother.
Yeah. That's honestly smart. If you do find yourself in a problem, I do believe there is Sober Up somewhere downstairs. But
I'm not putting those filthy machines in my body.
Choosing to ignore that. Do any of you have a preferred group of people you like to speak with? Do you dance? I can't help with everything, but I can maybe direct towards people that might be of interest. Or, yeah.
Scorch doesn't say anything. He just, continues to look cross. You get the impression that this man is just determined to be upset.
You want to vent and talk shady about people? There's a couple of guys downstairs that I know will listen to you and might have equal rumors for you. One of them might be a suit full of bees.
That gets both brothers to be like, what? Yeah, fine.
We'll direct them to SP and Thought.
Reliquary. I'm much more interested in more theoretical discussions. Intellectual.
Not a speed.
I do know.
The suit full of bees is a fascinating concept.
There's also an illusionist down there who has been making a few waves. Also with the suit full of bees. So
An illusionist and a suit full of bees.
Christopher,
This
wait
is
up.
the best date ever.
As Reliquary like picks up his glass of water and just like starts running after his brother. Starbright. I'm more of well, I mean, I kind of like the gossip scene, but I feel like we are the gossip here, so.
I mean,
no.
we could theoretically try and get you with the gossip scene, or I can try and get you with HK, who might know something about the gossip scene.
All right.
Also, Tiffany, I know for a fact that DB is a wonderful dancer, and you might enjoy the dance floor.
She sort of like tucks a strand of hair behind her head and like turns away to hide the blush.
Elytra flawlessly wing
Okay.
womaning.
Hell yeah.
I might ask, perhaps. Wait, why were you dancing with him?
A friend. Just a friend.
I guess I have been out of the loop for a little while.
DB's known me for a bit. We met on a unfortunate attempted team up, and then met on a different team up.
So it goes in this city, huh?
Yeah. But he's a good guy.
And as the music actually does change to Matchbox 20, a shadow of a pteranodon passes over as DB returns. There we are. Tiffany, not missing a beat, sort of glances at you, Elytra, and then says, well, now that we have something to dance to, would you like to dance, JJ? He sort of like turns around to her. Yeah, sure. Jula daintily extends a hand.
I will say Elytra does shoot Golden Girl a text also saying, if you want tarot-toned gossip, I do have someone who wants to meet, like, potentially meet you.
You get an immediate response, all caps. Yes. Lowercase, all lowercase, wait. Who? Question mark.
Just Starbright, and then give it a chance. Followed by, I'll owe you one.
We're indebted to her too much.
It's fine.
Thinking emoji face. Then eventually a response. You're right. You do owe me one. Send her down.
Send her down.
Elytra will bring her down and to the gossip group.
Yeah, there is like one semi-booth table that has the whole gossip crew there. And they are all waiting as you bring down Starbright, and she's just sort of like looking a little intimidated as she approaches the table as all of them are looking at her.
Elytra looks at her and is like, this is the group to know for any kind of gossip intel that you could dream of. So,
Impossible Girl sort of leans in. So we hear you're possessing information about Tarot Town. Jackie, we've had a really hard time getting stuff out of there. Even this one won't tell us anything. Again, she sort of slaps Dane on the chest, and he sort of... Well, there are some tensions right now, so I don't know if it's necessarily wise to be fueling suspicion. He says as he sort of gives Starbright a little bit of a look. And she sort of, like, looks back over her shoulder at you, Elytra, just sort of like, are you sure?
Golden Gal, I'll do a shot of blue later if you play nice.
Everyone at the table immediately snaps the Golden Gal, whose eyes are enormous.
Oh my god.
Make it 2 and you got a deal.
Oh
Sit
my
down.
God.
And she sort of, like, kicks out a chair for Starbright.
It's fine.
Alright, so, as Starbright sits down, Golden Gal, like, leans in. So, what's the deal with La Una?
Elytra's leaving.
And as you leave, you do hear some laughter behind you, as it appears that she's incorporating quite nicely. Thoth and SP.
Yep.
Reliquary and Scorch are coming to talk to you too, which we don't necessarily need to play out if you guys don't want to, but I would ask the two of you, since you haven't really had any scenes here with specifically the two of you, is there any socialization that you two would like to do?
I am probably gonna find somewhere to dump out this cup of lemonade and blue, because I don't imagine that's gonna go well. And then I think,
Just leave it on a table over there. It's fine.
I don't know if some random person should just be picking this up and drinking it.
Is there like a house plant somewhere around here?
There are a few
Kill
plants
that
in the
poor ass
corners.
plant.
SP's gonna dump it in a
Oh my
plant.
god.
The plant
Okay.
is gonna turn into some
The
sort
plant
of
walks
crazy.
away.
It's
Sell
gonna
me
go
plant now.
to fucking Mario Party plants from with
Yeah.
the fucking
Piranha plants.
Oh my
yeah, the
God.
piranha plant. It's gonna bite somebody later.
Just like, well, that is one way to handle that. And then I think I'm probably gonna find, because I am too tired to dance, so I'm probably gonna find somewhere comfortable to sit. And I think, I'll start vibing to the music, and I'm gonna try and tap into my illusory powers a little bit and see if there's any juice left, or if I'm just empty.
You've got some juice, but you're definitely feeling the strain of, like, yeah, I can't do anything, like, really big for, like, maybe a day or so.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is probably just make kind of like an illusory phoenix. Very much like light show kind of phoenix, so nothing super corporeal, but just
Okay.
lots of orange and yellow. And I just want to like kind of like wave a finger and have it like move along to the beat of the music over the dance floor, over everyone's heads. And maybe if I have enough juice in me, like add a second one to the mix, so they're kind of giving off a little light show.
You're not really trying to make them look in any way real, right? It's just, like, the
very,
effect.
very much like if you had, if you were putting together kind of like a drone light show, it's just pure light in the shape of a phoenix.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there's definitely some cheering from the crowd as the phoenixes sort of dance above the dance floor. And as you're doing that, Reliquary will sort of come over, like looking at the phoenixes and be like, wow, that's really impressive. Good job.
Thanks, I guess.
Are you using a 4th trigram or a 7th for that?
What now?
Oh, maybe I should, Reliquary. He extends a hand to you.
Thoth. I'll shake his hand.
Yes, your teammate Elytra pointed me towards you. Said you were an illusionist.
Yeah. I make illusions.
Very impressive ones by the looks of it.
Well, it's pretty much all I do.
So are you sorceress, studied?
I can't do, like, magic stuff. No. Just
Well,
that.
that's very clearly some sort of magic up there.
I mean, not really.
So you're not casting spells then, you're more sorceress, it more comes to you.
Yeah.
He'll sort of like reach into his, like, inside of his overshirt and pulls out like this little gilded case with what looks like a finger bone encased in glass inside of it.
That's the reliquary for one of them.
He sort of like waves it like over you. Interesting. It is magic. Are you related to a god, maybe?
What? I doubt
Join the club.
I doubt it. I mean, I'm, like, impersonating one, kinda, but...
I figured with the name, maybe, I don't know, you were one of his. Of course, that'd be surprising. No one's heard from him for some time now.
I mean, I'm not Egyptian.
He sort of, like, takes a longer look at you. Oh, you're not. Puts the relic back into his shirt pocket. Well, as you just saw, most of my magic's derived from items of magic. Somewhat of a speciality of mine. Relics and curios and trinkets and all those things. I once found a piece of the original cross. Well, supposedly. It exploded. Long story.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it would probably be pretty disappointing if it was legit, but... Can't help things that explode, I guess.
Well, it's not a matter of legitimacy when it comes to magic. It's a matter of belief.
Okay.
We invest everyday things with power just by simply believing in them. Let's see. Take, for example, you wear that jacket a lot when you use your powers, don't you?
It's part of the costume, so yeah.
I can tell. It already has the startings of an aura about it. Give it, 10, 15 years? Wearing that jacket will probably legitimately enhance your abilities.
I guess we'll find out. If I'm around that long.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't be? Oh, goodness, you're not one of the Greek demigods, are you?
No. I mean, there can be pretty high turnover in the hero community, so... Heroes come and go. Who knows where I'll be in 10 or 15 years.
Dangerous job.
That too.
Well, that is why training is important. You know, my father says, and he will just continue to ramble on and on and on unless you are, like, actively trying to get away from him.
I think I just let it... I'm not really paying attention, but I just kind of let it wash over me, and I'm more focused on making the phoenixes dance over everyone's head. Maybe, like, if there's a shift in the music, just changing things up as it goes.
Alright. I do have a question for you. Do you ever drink that energy drink?
Gun.
Let's see. Evens I do, odds I don't. That's a 1, so I do not.
Shotgun.
Alright. And that leaves SP. Is there any socialization in particular you would want to do, or anything in particular you want to do at this party in general?
Kind of sticks around Thoth because Thoth is kind of wiped. Doesn't want him to accidentally pass out in a corner.
Well, Thoth, as time goes on, you do feel better. Like,
Okay.
you're still tired, but
Yeah.
you're not dead tired anymore.
Crash is lessening a little bit.
You do need to use the toilet at one point. And true to what Golden Gal said, it comes out the rear end. It's very obvious because it is electric blue.
Oh god. Okay, alright. That's
Smells like a lightning storm on a mountain.
I don't want to think about that.
like
No.
I get done and I'm like rubbing my stomach like, oh god, okay, never again.
Sober up. It's effective and slightly disturbing.
Yeah.
And I put lots of weird pizzas in my body.
Sober up pizza? No.
I have so many concerns for Elytra later in light of that.
Well, strangely, Scorch never seems to arrive. And if anyone passes by the bar, it appears that he got a little distracted doing drinking games with some of the other party members,
I mean,
and
that's
is
fair.
and is in the process of drinking everyone under the table.
Ooh.
Well, if he's having a good time.
Yeah, no, that's the entire point of this. And if it takes out some of our competition, that's even better.
Well, that's what's happening next. HK actually texts Gigi and says, "Can you send one of your little bots up to the bar with some blue? I'm gonna mix some shots here."
Oh god.
She texts back, check under the third panel. I always keep a supply up there.
Perfect. Thank you. Love you.
And indeed, there is like a cleared out milk like jug that is just full of blue.
That's
HK
dangerous.
will let Glory know she needs to stop off and make some drinks for people for Electra.
Yeah, once Elytra got the text or sent the text to HK about making drinks, Glory bounced.
That's fine. HK is actually and then she texts Gigi, "Do you want to have some fun with the rich kids?"
She texts back
Lord.
in laughing evil face.
Send one of your little bots up and I'll send it with a thing of drinks for them. I'll make them special martinis.
Thumbs up, blue heart.
Yeah. So she makes a strawberry sake drink for one of Electra's friends. She's not sure which one. And then pours some of the whiskey she finds behind the trophy case for another one.
If you're accessing behind the trophy case, it is not just like a display of alcohol. It's a whole freaking room.
Oh, perfect.
Love that.
Like, it is basically a wine cellar full of everything but wine.
Yeah, she's grabbing the bottles of what she
Yeah.
needs. And blah, blah,
Elytra
blah.
will probably work her way up to where she thinks HK is to deliver these drinks.
And she'll hand her the drinks while she's mixing some sort of like, they look like teal martinis.
Teal-teeny.
Yeah. And she's just setting them on a tray and handing them to the bot.
There is one of the little servitors with like a tray that just sort of takes the drinks,
Yep.
scoots it back upstairs.
And she tells the bot to come back when it's done. And then
Yep.
she starts mixing some shots of blue and tequila. Just
I'm not gonna
For the-
ask what's going on here,
for
but
the robot to start passing out at the party.
I'm gonna take these and maybe give our
Better if you don't ask
coven-
questions, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna avoid anything blue tonight.
Yeah, don't drink the blue shots.
Until
Actually, you might
after-
want to inform the rest of the crew, just Don't
Yeah,
drink
nope.
the blue shots.
That will be informed, and I will also let the coven know so we don't fuck that up.
Yes, whoever you don't want
You-
to be fucked up on blue.
You
Tell
tell
them.
Scorch that, and he intentionally and maliciously goes and finds as many of these shots as he can.
Never
That tracks.
mind.
That was his choice.
He was warned.
He's on his
right?
own.
Consent.
She's just making tons of
Yes.
shots, and she's passing it out to these little robots to pass out around the party.
Elytra is very blatantly avoiding these robots.
Same.
She's doing as much of this as she can before Savannah figures out what's happening, and
And she probably delivers
Lord.
Starbrights last because she wants to wait as long as possible in case Savannah shows up to
yeah.
stop the blue.
Once
Well-
he realizes the blue is on the.
That doesn't take long to happen, as pretty shortly after you send out like the 7th or so robot with a tray of blue shots, you turn around at the bar, HK, and Savannah is just standing there with his arms crossed.
Hey, you want a drink?
No, get out.
No,
I'm a
we've been
bartender. I'm
kicked out.
licensed in everything.
We do not, however, invite you to be behind our bar. You're a guest, not staff, and you're certainly not allowed to be serving that.
The people like what the people like, man.
Scorch, like, off to a table on the side. Hell yeah, they do!
She pours herself another tequila sunrise. And just. And she's slow about it. Like, stupid slow. Because she's just annoying right now.
I'm asking nicely. Please.
I'm just making a drink.
You can ask the servitor to do that.
It's a robot.
A robot programmed to be as sophisticated as possible when making these concoctions.
Are you saying that the robot is a better bartender than me?
I don't know and I don't care. But I do know that the robot was approved by me. You were not.
You were busy getting ready, doing whatever you do, and missed all of, like, the potential for a fight. Like, where were you? You're supposed to be in charge. Electra had to defuse that situation.
Apologies.
Oh, I didn't actually expect an apology. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Apology accepted. Now please come out from behind the bar.
Fine. She comes out from behind the bar with her drink.
Thank you. And he goes up
So-
to the bar, taps, and the robot comes over. The usual. Robot goes back, takes out like a can of root beer, slides
It's-
back, and just hands it to him.
It's just root beer?
Yep, it's just root beer.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up right now. So what do you do for fun around here?
Proceeds to not shut up.
It
I love
Hey,
it.
Mom.
lasted for like 10 seconds.
Team off will be happening soon, but before then, we've got arcade games up on the 4th floor.
No. I was
There's
asking you specifically, what do you do for fun? Like for enjoyment, like things that bring you happiness.
I go to museums.
You like museums? What kind?
Natural history. It check
Very
out the
nice.
sciences sometimes, but it's a little above me.
Above you.
I can't really make sense of it sometimes.
Me neither. It's fine. Sometimes it's just fun to go and touch the stuff.
I think you're not allowed to touch most things in a museum.
Oh. Awkward.
Somewhere, Thotha's eyes twitching.
Yep. Elytra is dying slightly as she is delivering drinks.
I'm kidding. I don't touch things mostly at museums unless I have a purpose for it. Or I'm annoying my mom.
It's about at this point you see Luciferus coming down the stairs with wide eyes.
Oh no!
Time to go, Savannah. Let's go dance.
He does not move.
Well, she's going to dance. Nice talking to you. Gotta go.
As you scoot away before Luciferus can expose what you've done to the social club upstairs.
Yeah, actually, I think she tries to intercept Lucy. She's like, oh no.
You probably like meet him on the stairs and he's like, you what did you do? I can hear my teeth.
Oh no, he drank it.
I thought you were smart, dude.
It's busy playing host.
Oh no.
You weren't supposed to drink. Don't you know not to drink blue drinks in this house?
You insufferable moronic. As he like staggers his way towards Savannah.
Oh no.
She's like, Thotha actually needs to talk to you.
God.
Get off of me! As he like takes his cane and is like trying to like wedge it in between the two of you, trying to pry you off.
Come on.
Get off of me, you.
Fuck it. Whatever. I'm out. Peace. I'll get yelled at later.
As you scoot away, like he was not prepared for you to let go, and he just like falls over.
No. She will, with her quick reflexes, catch him. Damn it, Kane, you are cut off, she says loudly.
Oh no.
Oh.
Savannah's just staring at the two of you, just
Incident.
disapproving and knowing. All right.
I'm sorry. You know what? Go talk to Gigi. She's got some sort of antidote.
She had better.
Sorry. In the future, don't drink blue stuff in this house.
You'd think he would know that.
I feel like he should have known that, but I didn't expect you to drink drinks brought up there after you saw me try to feed all your friends absinthe.
Why are you like this?
It's actually in my nature. It's a really complicated story, but
Make it less complicated and stop being such a nuisance.
Ooh.
I don't think that's possible for me. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to accept me the way I am, Kane. Just
You
gonna
met
have
her
to.
grandmother?
He has
You
not.
should come by my house sometime, though.
We're gonna
You'll
be in-laws
understand a lot
someday.
more.
He just goes and tries to find Golden Gal to fix this.
Oops.
But unless anyone has any other shenanigans, I have a question to you all.
I managed to avoid the shots and before they get confiscated from the floor.
Yeah.
I do have to actually deliver a drink to her table, is the only question.
It's easy enough to deliver the drinks and avoid the shots.
Good. I didn't know if she'd pressured the shots before or after this, so the team up.
Well, speaking of the team off, it was a little up in the air whether or not you guys were participating. So, are you guys putting your team and names in for the team off?
That's up to Thoth.
So based on my recent trip to the bathroom and what Golden Gal said, am I able to discern that the nanobots are effectively out of my system?
Yes.
Okay. I'll shotgun that energy drink.
Shotgun.
I probably
Yes.
get SP. And I'm
It
just
doesn't
like,
SP
even have,
obtains
like-
his own carbonated beverage. He gets a beer to shotgun. He'll show Thoth how to shotgun if Thoth has no idea how.
I probably know how to shotgun, but I don't have a knife, so we would need to acquire one.
Corkscrew.
There we go.
I'm sure we can find one.
Yeah.
Somebody
Glory's
at
kind
this
of
party
in
has a
the
I was
knife.
about to say, you can probably
since
find just like
leaving
another party goer who
HK,
has
so
like spikes
it's an
on his
option.
back and just be like,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not that, but
Okay. I imagine we break these open. I don't know. Clink our respective cans together and just knock it back.
shotgun.
Yeah.
so if it doesn't have like anywhere close to the amount of kick that the blue had,
Good.
but
That's
it
probably
does get you more
good.
awake.
Yes. Okay. All right. Feeling better.
And if that determines that you all are headed into the team off,
Mm-hmm.
let's begin the team off.
Yeah, before that, she just like
Someone-
looks sheepishly at Savannah and just says, "You said no shenanigans until the after party."
Hence why I'm not shutting this down.
Aw.
Someone should probably track
Time
down
to team
Glory
off.
to mention they are doing the team off. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think we established what happened to her between leaving HK and this.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You've been like exploring the monolith.
I feel like after Thoth and SP shotgun their respective drinks, Thoth will just send a text to the group chat in all caps that's like, "Team off, let's go!" Fire emoji.
Okay. He didn't drink more of it, did he?
No.
As far as I know, no.
Did he have a blue shot? HK's like, I said no blue shots. Not till
Case in
after.
point, I might need. That's gonna happen after.
Yeah,
Um,
after we're gonna. Yeah.
I may have made a bargain to smooth things over with the coven, so therefore I owe Golden Gallo some stuff.
Is this in the chat?
I just assumed we were together at this
Oh.
point.
HK just
If you-
has like
okay.
a gif of Jennifer Lawrence going, ooh.
There's just like all lowercase. I know. You can feel the disappointment radiating from the text.
You get a text from Gloria that she says, have an EMT on hand.
Yep.
Well,
I can
funnily
do
enough,
really fast
part-
CPR.
part of being in licensed hero is knowing basic
Yeah.
EMT training. So,
We got a
funnily
whole
enough,
room
you're
of 'em.
full of a building of them.
That's good.
Also, do you really think Tabs is going to let me die in the middle of Young Giant's Tower?
Does Tabs
Probably
control
not.
the blue?
She
No.
might. On
The
some level,
nanos,
she might.
The nanites.
But I think if she knows I'm doing dumb shit, there might be contingencies in place.
We're always doing dumb shit. HK puts in the thing.
And there are always contingencies in place.
All right. Well, I'll be down in a minute. I just got in trouble with the young giant's dad.
Stop trying to
Get
flirt
like a
with Savannah.
narrowed
All right. But at some point, after about an hour, Golden Gal gets on the mic on the DJ platform and says, "All right, everybody. Team off will be beginning shortly, so if you signed up, assemble on the dance floor.
Let's go!
Yep.
All right. And as you all show up, you see the other teams who have stepped up to the plate. The first up is the Young Giants. The rest of whom are standing off to the side near where Golden Gal is up on the platform. She is also wearing like a half mech suit. It's not like one of her bulky ones. It's more like a exoskeleton type thing that just like goes up to her neck.
Yeah.
Much more modest, relatively, I guess I would say, than her usual hardware. You also see the two agents from Aegis standing next to Cypher and Earthmover.
That's a choice.
As they appear to have teamed up. There is a group that is an interesting mix of what looks like mostly black folks, and then Dragon Fruit and the Spectrum are with them as well. You know what? We'll do it like this, actually.
Are those creepy guys brothers in the team up?
We'll get to that in a moment. So, Golden Gal says over the intercom, you all, of course, know us, the Young Giants. Woo, yeah, woo! Crowd cheers as the spotlight sort of turns to the Young Giants. Luciferus seems like he's going through the same withdrawals that you were going through, Thoth, as he's just like leaning very hard on his cane. And he's just like,
It'll pass, buddy.
The sympathetic stomach pains.
Oh,
Oh no.
but the rest of the Young Giants, Flora especially, look like they've been having a good time. This is probably Flora's first party like this, and she is just having a ball.
Oh, HK texted her and told her not to drink the blue shots that are going around. Do not
Dear
drink the
Heavenly
blue shots
Katana.
going around.
I am uncertain if the blue can affect me. Signed, Flora.
Right.
That's a great experiment for not before a team off.
But we also have our competition for the evening. First up, surprising, I think, all of us for daring to show their faces, it's the Coven!
Ooh.
Oh my
As,
God.
Ooh.
as it
That
pans
was so
over to where they're
passive-aggressive.
standing, all three other members are staring at Scorch, who is smiling like the cat who caught the canary.
Oh, that
no.
guy smashed.
He
He
is
did
so,
so much
smashed.
blue. He did so many
I
blue
tried.
shots.
I tried so hard.
He did it anyway.
Yeah, I
Informed
know. I
consent.
probably shouldn't have told him, but he would have
He
gone
would have
after
done
it
it
anyway.
anyway.
Next up, my girls, but tonight, my enemies, it's the Gossip Gang!
Oh
Oh
god.
my god.
As it pans over to Bubblegum Girl, Impossible Girl, Jackie Russell, and Dane King, all assembled.
So does Dane count as a girl in this situation?
Yes.
Because he is not living that down.
He's one of the girls now.
Yeah.
Just like
He is one of the
Thespian
gossip
Thoth.
girls.
I mean, thus far, he seemed pretty chill about everything, so.
Yeah, he is
Yes.
pretty chill.
He does.
Better than the last boyfriend.
New to the chopping block and new to the hero scene, it's the Misfits!
Those
The spotlight goes over to you guys.
the phoenixes that I was having go around the dance floor, both of those just shoot up behind us.
Woohoo! HK does her magical girl transformation right then.
Probably get a moderate amount of applause.
Yeah.
SP is surrounded by bees.
Yes!
God.
Yes.
Off to the side, Jackie Russell. See, I told you!
This is amazing.
No.
It's my best off the cuff idea ever. Good shenanigans.
Next up, a gang of the unexpected, we have Unlikely Allies. As it pans over to where the agents from Aegis, along with Cypher and Earthmover, are standing. They get a small amount of applause. People aren't too enthused with them for various reasons.
Deep fake AI cat just stole my dice and is rolling it on the floor.
I love that
Roll for provoke mom.
Yeah.
And next up, representing the city in more way than one, it's Urban Pride. And it pans over to the collection of black young gentlemen along with Dragon Fruit and the Spectrum.
Does that count as a microaggression?
Is the name they chose. Next, and finally, I think that is finally? Yeah, finally, we have the team that always tries, but hasn't succeeded yet. A few people in the crowd, boo! It's the Sidekicks Club! As it pans over to a collection of young men, two of which you would indeed recognize, HK, as being Rowdy Stahl, and someone you would assume is his younger brother.
Ew, he was a sidekick.
See, I was excited for them and I wanted to support them, but no, not after that whole confrontation.
She'll be like whispering about like what a sleazeball he was to her, like when she was going up to talk to Kane.
Now, as per tradition, we start off every team off with, and she clicks a button and a hologram projects in the air, "What's in a game?" As with the team off a few years ago, we help a new hero figure out their name as the first competition. So, everyone, please welcome to the stage, Andrew Leeds! As a small platform raises up, raising up a very peculiar young man. Mostly because he appears to be half goat. He's covered in like this downy white fur. His horns are like this stark white color, and he has these long drooping white ears. But as he smiles and like waves and looks around, you can tell a few other things. First of all, he does not have normal goat teeth. Instead, he's got shark-like razor teeth. And his eyes are blood red.
Is he otherwise human looking, or is he like got a leg thing going on?
He has like normal human legs, but they also appear to be fuzzy.
Okay.
He's an odd combination of features. Golden Gal comes up with a mic. "Say hello to the crowd, Andrew!" And he sort of like says, "Hey, everybody, thanks for inviting me." The fair number of folks in the crowd applaud. Golden Gal says, "Now, as with before, the determiner of who wins this competition will of course be Andrew himself. So, Andrew," and she sort of like flips the mic in her hand and hands it to him. "Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and what kind of power and aesthetic you're going for, and then the teams will deliberate." And the music sort of switches into like this Jeopardy, like almost countdown style thing. As he says, "Well, yeah, my name is Andrew Leeds. I'm originally from New Jersey. I was almost a human sacrifice for a cult. Things went a little weird, and now I'm not entirely human. According to Lucifer's Kane, thanks for the save, by the way, Lucifer's Kane." He sort of, even through his tiredness, he does give like a nod to Andrew. "I am now part holy, part unholy magic, apparently. Still working out some of the details, but I can do this." And he sort of like extends a hand, and a gout of flame, like 6 feet long, just whoosh, it projects from it. And there's like, "Ooh," and some clapping from the crowd. I've also got some healing and mean, I can headbutt folks if I want to, but I don't really think I've got, like, the goat neck for it, so it kind of gives me a headache. And yeah, once I get out there, I'm planning on working with the magic scene, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of happy to see the Coven here. I was honestly kind of wondering if you guys needed another apprentice. The Coven collapse. There's a distinct and notable silence elsewise.
Let me know if I can do this on this one. Can I pierce the mask on him specifically as to, like, determine if there's any unspoken vibes that he wants regarding his name?
Yes, but hold off on that for just a second. So yeah, I'm probably going for, like, something probably religious influenced. Haven't finished designing my costume yet, because, you know, I need a name first. And there's, like, some laughter from the crowd. But yeah, I'm really honored to have been chosen for this. So, good luck, everybody! And Golden Gal, like, hovers down to the floor. Alright, DJ, now would you please count us down? And I am going to take my phone here, and y'all have 15 actual minutes to figure out a name.
Oh boy.
All right.
Now, before I start this timer, HK, go ahead and make your roll.
What am I rolling for?
I believe it was
Oh, sorry, Elytra.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I was like, wait. That is an 8.
An 8. Okay, you get to choose one.
So, what do you want me to do?
Okay. As you're sort of, like, looking up at Andrew, one thing I forgot to mention is that he's a little heavy set. Like, honestly probably has my build pretty exactly. And from the way he holds himself, you get the impression that that's not actually a problem for him. He seems very confident. Polite, but confident. So you get the impression that he's probably looking for something bold, and definitely not something that's going to make fun of him. So, probably wants a name that really has that inspiring punch to it, if that makes any sense. He maybe doesn't even really realize that, but that's the sort of vibe you're getting. Alright. Timer is set. On your marks. Get set. Go!
Elytra will immediately relay this information to the group, saying, or pointing out how he's carrying himself and how he's probably going to want a punchy name that that showcases his confidence and inspires.
All right, so the
I've got,
holy goat is out.
Yeah, don't make fun of him.
Probably
And
no.
totes
No.
my goats.
I don't know. This isn't really the inspiring angle, but if you want to go with a religious motif and the holy and unholy combination, Morning Star, something along those lines.
Ooh.
Baphomet,
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
Jersey Devil.
Oh, that's a good one.
Maybe.
Is he from Jersey?
Yeah, he's from New Jersey.
Is that what he said? Okay.
Mhm.
I like Morningstar and Jersey Devil.
The Halcyon Hellion.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's good.
Maybe not for San Sebastian.
Yeah, so-
Maybe Holy Hellion.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
Hey Crow, with how he's carrying himself, like, can I tell, or like how he was talking about everything, did we get a vibe for how he would feel about a potentially more villainous-esque name because like Hellion could trigger that.
Given the like inspiring vibe that you got,
Probably not.
he would
Yeah.
maybe not care for that. You're not certain
Yeah.
though.
Seraph.
Maybe.
And we might want to not name him after a demon either.
Yeah.
Probably not. Hmm. It's hard to do bold and inspiring, in my opinion.
Think what else?
Not a serious suggestion, but literal goat Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Certainly packs a punch, but
That certainly
I don't
packs a
think this is.
punch.
No, I am not suggesting that seriously.
Jersey Devil's pretty cool.
I like Jersey Devil.
As long as the actual Jersey Devil doesn't show up and try and kill
It's
this
not
guy.
really religious though.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not.
hit our religious
Vaguely.
iconography.
Jersey Jesus.
Hmm.
That'd be
Hmm.
silly.
Iconoclast. He seems to be breaking some molds by this whole vibe he's got going on, and that does have some religious connotations.
Holy flame, sacred flame.
He did mention healing as well as flame. Obviously displayed flame-based abilities.
Dr. Goatman.
How about like
Angel of
Scorched
fire.
Night? Scorched Night. Oh yeah.
Phoenix Angel? I don't know if that works.
Flaming phoenix.
Yeah, but
That's
I
the
feel like,
religion.
and it's more bird iconography than
Yeah.
Anything else?
Dark Nephilim. Hmm.
Might be a little too obscure for most people.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, we could. Do we want to? There's.
Goat Angel.
What are the names of the archangels?
Michael.
Michael.
Mm.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Raphael?
Donatello.
No.
Leonardo.
That's Ninja Turtles.
Ninja
Oh.
Turtles. Raphael. Huh?
Raphael is an angel and was a painter and is
Yeah.
a Ninja Turtle.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's a recycled name.
He said religious references. Did he say which religion specifically?
No.
'Cause that's the other
He did
thing.
not in specific.
Is he currently wearing anything on him right now that could be religious iconography?
Is he wearing anything?
Yes, he's wearing clothes. He's wearing like sneakers, jeans, t-shirt with an overshirt. And you know what? Yeah, I will say he is wearing like a small crucifix.
Okay.
I mean, there's a Saint Andrew, right? He was one of the apostles or something. I mean, he doesn't technically have to change his name. He could just be
That's true.
Andrew the Archangel of Fire. I don't know if that's too much.
You have about 9 minutes here.
Yeah.
I like Holy Hellion a lot, but that's just me.
That one's pretty good.
Because it's bold. And it's
If you guys want to lock in before the time is up, you can. I just need to know what name in specific you're going with.
Mm-hmm. I feel like knowing gods exist, we might not, like, just thinking about archangels and stuff, we probably don't
Yeah,
want to
probably we don't
necessarily
wanna
invoke
poke that
one of
bear.
them either.
No, yeah.
It's up to y'all. The Greek pantheon takes issue when you use their names, but
I haven't been.
not everybody who says "God damn it" in San Sebastian is getting smote.
I haven't been smoted by the Egyptians.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Do we know how active angels are?
Nephilim tend to show up more than angels. There's plenty of accounts of angels showing up, but it's mostly in remote locations.
So,
Except
Plus-
that one time in New Jersey many, many, many years ago.
Yeah,
Over 100
Yeah.
years ago.
but that's
Yeah.
generally agreed to be like aliens or something.
Yeah.
or something.
Doesn't matter.
There's obviously a lot of discourse in San Sebastian when it comes to religions and what might actually be real.
Fair.
But we're not really going to touch on that too much in this campaign, so...
What about Dawnbringer?
Dawnbringer? Firestarter.
Dawnfire.
Morningstar was pretty good.
I like Morningstar. Let's.
Though a fallen angel, so the connotation's not that great.
This is true.
Yeah. 6 minutes.
Heaven Fury.
Heavenly Fury.
Of all the ones we've talked about so far, I think Holy Hellion probably.
Yeah,
would work.
is probably the one that's...
It's got good alliteration. It's got a
Yeah, I
heaven
don't like-
motif.
Yeah, and it's not too many syllables, which is also part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
You
Sir
could
Holy
argue
Fire.
that he's some variant, at least in the public eye, of Hellion based on what the cult did to him, but he is holy.
Mm-hmm.
So undercuts the potential risk of a negative connotation, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
My pen.
Also, holy hell is kind of like an explanation or exclamation sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think my vote's on that one of the ones we've said so far.
I'm
Yeah,
good with
same.
locking in on that one.
I think so too.
Should lock on. Yeah, unless we think of something else in the next like 5 minutes.
What about Righteous Fire?
Too many syllables.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like all of those sound a little too cultivation-y and not the quite the right vibe.
It's got like a ring to it.
Mhm.
I like Holy Hellion. It's an alliteration and,
Rolls off the tongue.
yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You guys want the remaining 4 minutes 30 here to try to ponder something else, or do we want to lock it in?
No, let's
I'm
Let's
good with
lock
this.
it in.
I'm locked.
let's lock it in.
Okay. So, the remaining 4 minutes passes, and then over the loudspeakers, "Barp." All right, time's up. And Andrew comes down off the platform and just like waves to all of you like, "Hi." All right, so I'm picking the name. Let's start with you guys, as he points to Urban Pride. And the Spectrum will step forward. We decided to go with Scapegoat.
Ooh.
Mm.
And Andrew's sort of like, I like the goat, but I don't know about Scapegoat. Makes me sound like a bad guy.
No, it just means you're getting
Or a
blamed
victim.
for the bad guy's shit. So, but
Yeah.
don't pick that self-fulfilling prophecy.
Okay, let's see. Well, you guys, as he points to the young giants. As Luciferus steps forward, we have decided to go with the Lamb. Oh, that's
Not
pretty
very.
good.
Thoth is just like, what?
I mean,
Lamb?
I see
suppose.
where we went, but
Kind of boring.
To be
No.
fair,
I mean, there was
think
that game called Cult of the Lamb, but really?
it's kind of a lot of not
Doesn't pack a
being.
punch.
Also, sacrificial lamb is a thing, and I don't like it.
that
Kind
was
of
like
already
the
was one.
scapegoat, though.
So I guess it does
like-
refer to the background.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Lucifer's was just blued and then nanoed, so
Yeah. This poor man.
probably not. He's real mad at me, just so you know.
How about you guys? He says as he points to the coven. And Reliquary steps forward. We put forward Baphomet. Isn't that like a demon?
Hmm.
Yes, but he is a classical demon. Okay, yep, thank you.
Dash
He
roll with
will
that one.
not stop talking, by the way. If any of you get cornered, he talked to Thoth for like
Oh.
ever earlier.
I
Oh,
zoned
no.
out.
So
Okay,
sorry
I-
about that, by the
Oh, I
way.
zoned out. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, what about you, ladies and sir? Mr. King, sir. And Bubblegum Girl will actually step forward. We were thinking judgment.
Mm.
Okay. Maybe a little villainy, but it's pretty cool. Let's see. And what about you guys? As he gestures to the Misfits.
I mean, if no one immediately steps forward, I guess Elytra will. And say, we came up with above the table. It is Holy Hellion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy Hellion.
Huh. Okay. I get it. All right.
With a Y. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
Don't listen to her
Why-
face.
there's a
Hands
Y
over
at
HK's
the end
mouth
of
immediately.
holy.
That was a joke.
Hand over and across the
That
I was about to say, he sort of like thinks for a second, is like, doesn't it already have a line?
Spell it however you want. Don't listen to them.
was a joke.
Holy hell, the why?
Okay, and you guys, as he gestures to the Sidekicks Club,
Really?
and a young man that none of you probably would recognize steps forward. We are going with Jersey Devil.
My God.
It could have been us.
Yeah, that was my first thought, but I thought it was a little boring. Sorry.
Ooh.
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 As the crowd
Good.
goes, ooh.
Thoth under his breath. Ooh.
And it echoes.
Oh, boy.
The illusions.
And
of
I
him.
guess that leaves you guys, as he points to unlikely allies. And Cypher steps forward. We're going with Holy Horns. No, sorry.
Denied.
Okay. So how are we doing this? And spotlights appear over each of the teams on the dance floor. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So no. He points to unlikely allies, and their spotlight goes out. No. Points to the Psychic Club. No. Sorry. Points to Urban Pride. I'm sorry, but I really don't want to be associated with the demons, so no. Points to the Coven. Their light goes out. Which leaves the Gossip Gang, the Misfits,
And the Giants.
and the Young Giants. Okay, so, you guys were the Misfits, right?
Yeah. With a Y.
With the Y.
Gotcha.
Running G.
That's why it was funny.
I do like the name. I think it's got good alliteration. I don't really know if it's quite modern enough, though. I know, alliterations like, last generation, So, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say no. As your guys' light goes out.
Final 3 ain't bad.
And then both the spotlights, turn red as it, zeroes in on the Gossip Gang and the Young Giants.
Please pick Gossip Gang, because I would not want to be settled with the lamb.
Ugh.
Lamb
Like-
is so boring.
But there's also a little hero worship, because there's...
Yeah, they always get.
This is Tess talking. This is not...
Okay. I was
This is
wondering
not
about that.
Elytra. No, this is Tess
Glorious
making commentary.
internally, yikes.
And I think I'm gonna go with Judgment as the light over the Young Giants goes out. The two sober girls of the Gossip Gang just exchange high fives. Jackie jumps up and hugs Dane around the neck, which he was not ready for because he's just huh. Golden Gala gets back on the mic. I told you we should have gone with something else, Lucy. See, he just gives her a look, and the crowd just
At the height of the laughter, when it's less likely to be heard, Gloria leans over to SP and is like, there's certainly some judgment about that choice.
God.
He's just gonna make a face. Oh, well, she can't see it because his face is covered.
get up into your eyes.
Well, good luck to him.
All right, but with that, we finished the first event of the night. Now, we're on to the more serious stuff. So, as a reminder, she snaps her fingers and a new hologram appears. The rules. For the next 5 events, you can have up to 3 members of your team participate in each event. However, you cannot repeat team members until everyone has participated. So, think wisely about who you put forward. Now, Thoth, could you please roll me a d6 to decide the first event? Well,
Oh.
second event.
Okay. This is just for funsies.
Yeah.
6.
Okay. So, our next event will be... Snaps again. On-screen karaoke! You'll have to decide a singer and a song and put on the most show-stopping performance. As some of the servitors start rolling out karaoke set up in a stage onto the dance floor.
HK?
So, here is roughly how this is going to work for the next 5 events here. You all are going to decide who amongst you will participate in each event. There will be a label associated with each of these 5 events. I will not tell you which one beforehand.
Fair.
Okay.
Now, there is another final event after all of this is done. And depending on how many events you participate in, you may have some sort of penalty to a roll during that last event. Just from, sheer exhaustion.
So we don't have to participate in every single one of these?
No, you do not.
Okay.
But if you put more people into it, the higher likelihood one of you will have a good label for what you need to roll.
Mhm.
Got it.
So for karaoke, it's just one of us, and then other people are backup, or what?
Well, you can choose a karaoke song with multiple singers. So if it's just one of you, then it's a solo. If it's 2 of you, it's a duet. If it's a 3, it's probably some sort of ensemble piece.
Well, we gotta sing a Backstreet Boys song.
It's true. There are 5 of us.
We can't all 5 do it. It's only 3 of
We
us.
can all, it's a max of
Mhm.
3.
Damn it.
I'm not singing that.
And,
Then
well,
we gotta
that's-
sing Hanson
That's kind of
Brothers.
it. In fiction, I want you each to decide who you think
It
in
is also
fiction would be
almost
best for this
midnight.
task. Oh, that's
Just a heads
true.
up. I have to get up in like 6
Well,
hours.
how about this then? How about we go ahead and call it there and you guys can think on it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, next time, folks, the conclusion of the team off and the after party.
Oh boy.
We shall see how it transpires.
Mm-hmm.
Find
But-
out what happens when Elytra drinks blue.
Elytra drink blue. Oh no. SP thought about it.
Thoth is done with the blue.
Elytra made a decision to
I
try
think Kane is
and
done with blue,
ease
too.
tensions, and it may or may not have worked.
It worked, just not on a wide scale. Take some time for bad blood to be flushed out of the system, you know?
But they did make a connection with the gossip group, which I do think is beneficial.
Yeah.
Because if anyone has a ton of social power, it's those ones.
So, end of session questions. Who would like to go first?
I can, actually. I'm going to say Elytra grew closer to the team. Specifically, I'm going to give, and this might be really stupid, but after seeing that little bit of more humanization of Golden Girl, she's going to give her something because she's not necessarily just coasting and there's definitely there's a part of it that Elytra connects with, and that desire to be seen and acknowledged for her talent.
Okay.
Blondie,
Golden Gal gains
stop
influence
trying to
over
climb up my
Elytra.
desk.
No.
Which is this on? Okay.
She needs to get the Cheetos.
I put them upstairs. She can't.
She wants them.
Wants them.
Right. And you either get to clear condition or
I'm going to clear a condition. I just have to figure out which condition I think is the most
Okay.
dangerous right now.
Well, in the meanwhile, who would like to go next?
SP's going to grow closer to HK and Elytra because he never told them about his dad, and when he told them, they didn't seem, besides Heavenly Katana's face,
Well, she was a little shocked.
they were shocked, but they weren't like, the fuck is wrong with you, go away.
No.
Which he didn't expect them to be like that because they seem to be very welcoming
Mhm.
and they have their own slew of problems, but what
Can't
do you
choose
want,
your parents. I just can't
Yes.
believe that
Come here.
he had such a cool kid.
Yeah.
He's such a
cool.
douche.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's double the label shift.
Keep in mind, you both need to declare this before SP says whether or not it causes
Oops.
conditions.
Yep. I
I'm
realized that.
gonna do
Blondie.
mundane up and freak
Blonde.
out.
Oh, hang on. Blondie. Okay. Away with you, beast.
Um,
HK.
I'm gonna say danger up, mundane down.
I can
Yes.
do both of that.
Because now I realize why Tabs told me to keep an eye on you, because your dad is trying to actively murder you. In Elytra's mind.
And keep in mind, you only get one condition clear or potential off of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will take a potential.
Also, I cleared guilty, for the record.
Okay. And then there were 3.
I can go next. I'm gonna grow into your own image of yourself. I think just kind of the caffeine high to the caffeine low was already not leaving Thoth feeling great from the sober up. And then the conversation with what was his name?
Reliquary.
Reliquary. I was gonna
Reliquary.
say reliquy, and I was like, that's not correct. The other magic guy, and just him trying to be like, oh, you're a sorcerer type, you have all this magic, and he's just not.
He's just fully
Buying
nerding
it?
out about magic, and you're just like,
Yeah, and Both is just not buying it at all. And is also was a little weirded out by him kind of magically sensing him, so that was a little creepy.
That was a little invasive.
Yeah. So we're gonna go freak down and mundane up.
Right.
Yeah. I think Laura's also going to grow into her own image. Not a lot of things in her life currently remind her of her life before all this, but I think this is one of them. Parties where she doesn't really know a lot of people are not really her scene, and feeling alone in a crowd is a familiar and unwelcome feeling. So we're going to go Savior down, Mundane up.
All right. And that leaves us with HK.
HK grew closer to Savannah weirdly. That was a weird interaction, but like he gave a tiny sliver of personal information, which was interesting. Because she didn't expect that. Also, like, he apologized and she was like, what the fuck just happened? She was just giving him shit, and I don't think he understood.
Doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, I know. She was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was just being a brat, but all right. But like he also was like stern, but he wasn't like mean when he figured out she was feeding the fucking party.
That was the reaction I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop.
Stop that. That's enough.
It's not lord his power, but he does use it to be like, you need to stop.
So she will give him, he already has influence, so.
Indeed. And I definitely think he's going to shift probably superior up and
Okay.
savior down.
That can happen, yeah.
Just sort of with the thought of, you really think it's okay to just mess with people like this?
Yes.
That's not how a hero acts.
He's gonna learn that you don't have to be here all the time.
Look at that.
It's not a 24/7 hour job. Shouldn't be.
Maybe for us, it might be for him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it is for him.
No, it definitely is for him.
Yeah,
Probably not a
works-
sense.
He works as an extension of the Ultras, which to them, heroing is a 24/7 thing. Like, they can be called.
Yeah, but they have
at any
other
time.
things in their lives besides heroing. Well, Brother Nature does.
I was about to say, you don't know about all of them. Pulsar
That's
doesn't
true.
exactly have a social life.
That we know about.
Tabs adopted a kid.
Tabs isn't an Ultra anymore.
True.
Oh,
Tabs is
Yeah,
retired.
she's semi-retired.
Yeah.
She still acts as the information network for all the heroes in the city.
Yeah.
But to her perspective, that's like, what, 5% processing power, so...
Yeah, there's like
The other
a bunch going to
95
other
is
stuff that we don't know about.
worrying about her child that is doing dumb shit.
Way too much.
Possibly. But I think that will call it for this evening. Tune in
Okay.
next time for the continuation of the team off.
Karaoke.
Hell
And
yeah.
we will see who will be winning that super cycle at the end of this.
Probably not us.
You never know. We'll see how the dice fall. But for now, bye-bye.
Bye.